welcome to an all-new episode of SCNS Plays D&D.
Woo!
We are playing D&D.
And we are SCNS.
So, check.
Let's see if I can sit down without hitting the camera. I can! Yay.
I couldn't have done that the 18 times you sat down before.
Ridiculous shirt.
Practice
Stop
makes
producing
perfect.
your own
Look.
camera now.
Jason is giving me a hard time about my shirt because he just doesn't understand.
You're damn
how
right I
So
am.
wonderful. I don't know.
He's mad he's not on it.
I mean, I'm mad that I'm not wearing it. I
Yeah.
love the tiger beat energy.
Good
I mean,
Lord.
he doesn't qualify as the saddest boy in the world
Yet.
yet.
Let's wait till after the session to make that determination. We're going to go around the table really quick, and everybody's going to say their characters and, stuff. I'm Kat. You can find me at BetterCat on Twitter and Instagram, and I play some good guys, some bad guys, and some you don't know. Jason.
Hi, I'm Jason X. You can find me at Jason X on Twitter and Instagram. Twitter for political, and usually Instagram for toys, but now it's like all workout stuff now. I've become one of those people.
Are you getting swole?
Gym rat.
I don't know, am I?
Look at that. Look at that.
Sweet.
Who do you play?
Oh, and I play Alabroth Gerude, a Dragonborn cleric.
The homies support each other.
Sure.
My name is Mia. You cannot find me unless you are out in the forest, also howling at the full moon. And I play Ronnie, an Ergonasi Ranger.
Mia is usually howling at full... Oh, sorry. Was that not a note? Oh, sorry.
We're continuing this thread,
For
okay?
me.
Hello, my name is Octavia. I'm a high elf monk, and my name is Cass, and I am not that. I'm so good. Sorry, hold on. I got punched in the face by allergies this morning.
At the Good
Now I can't
Cass on
breathe.
Instagram.
At the Good Cass on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Christian, and I play Azra the Wizard. I don't do character voices until we're rolling initiative. And you can't find me.
Initiative?
Yeah.
Initiative.
Did he just...
Okay.
Wait, are you John Cena?
It's both, I think.
Oh.
Actually, no, I think it is just one.
Yeah, he just does the one.
Yeah. But he's got really short fingers.
Pass.
It's like,
Pass to Cora.
I think it's
Life.
just that his
Alright.
palm is so
Stop.
huge.
yeah.
Hi, I'm Cora. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Corodono Art for all things that are art related. And I play Brana, and he is a Asama rogue.
Yeah, but that's not all. That was the least hype statements that I had. We're going to turn it over for our sponsorship spot to Jason.
Ah, yes. This week's sponsorship is actually another product from Exco. Is that the name? I don't know.
I don't
JTX
think
Industries.
so,
That's
yeah.
what I think. Are your D&D games lacking in excitement, slightly boring, want to liven them up? Well, then just take the JTX homemade serum. Yes, this can be added to any beverage to instantly give you life and vigor. Encourage you to fight somebody, which, in game. Sure. You can add this to ice, water, soda, cereal, anything. Oh, wait.
Top me off.
Is that why
Directly
you were
down
shaking
your
it up?
gullet.
No.
This will make anything more exciting and pleasurable. And I'm not just a maker of the JTX serum. I'm also a user.
Maybe don't say that.
That was
I'm
Yes.
also a user.
Consumer might be the right word.
Question.
Yes.
Why does it say emergency whiskey?
Oh, that's patent. We're testing packaging items. This was just something I brought from the lab.
You need
So
to
you're
put
really involved in
quotation.
this sponsorship.
Oh yeah, I tested lengthy
many.
testing last
Yeah.
night. It was so exhausting. I ended up just falling asleep.
Wow.
It's hard, but I'm trying to perfect the product.
You need to put quotation marks around the whiskey.
Oh no,
Whiskey.
that's merely the container also that I chose to put it in. You can put it in any container you choose.
Including your mouth.
Plastic bags with a straw in it that you might tape to your leg
I
before
was
going
going to
into
say,
a
it comes in
concert.
a Ziploc bag.
We have gotten very creative.
One of those
Tiny bottles, small enough
Oh,
to
those
hide
bracelets
in
that are
your
like
bra.
bracelets.
the
Yeah.
flask bracelets.
I'm sorry,
And
glass bracelet?
Yeah.
They're like those.
They're
they
like
look
really
like,
big bangles.
Yeah, and they have a little knob on them.
How dare someone question my style?
Yeah.
I mean, or you can actually make a cosplay with a functional canteen on it, which is not something I've done. My Junkrat cosplay doesn't have a functional canteen on it.
And I don't know what y'all are talking about. This is my patented formula that I've come up with. Please do not steal.
We're talking about the container.
So are we sponsored, or is this a product that you are pimping?
Both.
Gotcha.
The answer is yes.
We're going to cut away from that.
Woo! Let's go!
It may or may not be responsible for the berserker rage
Yeah.
both encountered. Who knows?
If you would like to stop seeing these quite honestly great advertisements, you can put your own advertisement here and we will make one for your product that is just as grand.
Is it going to be Critical Role kind of quality
Well,
to
it's
the
not gonna
ads?
be a
It
robot.
is not.
It's like, if you think this is entertaining, imagine what your product would be presented by me.
Notice how we've stayed on this subject for way too long.
Yeah.
And this was just a product we made up.
Yeah.
So in that sense, this is very much like a Critical Role
Yeah,
product
it's
placement.
So
Yeah.
if it was an actual thing, we'd probably, again, overcommit to talking about it. And that could be good for your business.
Yeah.
I may have got some ammunition for next games. Anyway,
Nice.
It's going to be the top box.
Anyway,
So what happened last week?
Thank you.
it's
No
the
Going to
recaps.
the Queen of Notes is what I came up with this week. I'm the Queen of Notes. All right.
You're about to be the queen of nopes.
Love that movie.
All right.
Yeah.
Rancid vibes abound as the king reels from the news that his children might be dead, as well as himself, I guess. Octavia stews and Brana absorbs the clearly prophetic dreams. Ronnie helps out, and everyone but Octavia bonds. The king will not be safe. The king will not be safe here, so we decide to head to Brana's hometown to hopefully keep him safe a little longer.
Yes, we exited last session. You guys were headed towards Trito on horseback. Yeah, so we're gonna need some nice vibes, but I'm not doing it.
We can make some clopping sounds.
Who has a coconut?
Nope.
That's actually very good.
Bang them together.
We're not gonna get into how they get carried. Yes. So you guys are headed down the road. You take off. It's around like 4 in the evening. You know it's gonna take a few days. And you're gonna be pretty safe, presumably, for the rest of the day and the evening of the first day, because you're pretty close to the city. You see a couple of patrols. It is early November at this point, so it's starting to get very chilly because it's not early November Texas, it's early November like Vancouver.
Oh, it's cold.
Oh, it's getting there.
Yeah.
I think chilly's an understatement.
Yeah.
At least for us Texans.
It is the reference that I use, actually. It's literally Vancouver. So I think it's mid 40s during the day right now. It's starting to get pretty cold at night. You can stop by somewhere on the way out if you want to get furs or warm clothes. I don't know.
I think we got some from Alabroth's
Because we were going
sister's
up in the mountains.
fiance.
Yeah, we got those. Like,
River brought you some secondhand furs that she had. Boots with the fur.
Damn it.
And it will keep you warm enough. Azra, do you think Azra has? What do you think Azra has?
Oh, I don't do fashion. Azra has
Daddy issues.
travel boots.
All right, we're stopping.
No, that's just Christian.
It was the apple bottom jeans that threw me.
Yeah.
Maybe not skinny jeans for anybody. Anyway, so I guess like, are you gonna stop on the way out of town and grab something, or are you gonna?
Yeah, I don't think she's been out of the city when it's been cold, because she spends most of her days in the city, and the cities would be a lot warmer than I think nature during
Especially
the cold.
with their like kind of 3-tiered moving out.
Yeah,
system.
yeah. So she would need to purchase some winter clothes.
Particularly if we're moving across grassland, which does not hold heat at all.
No.
Oh.
That's something
You would
that all of
guess
us
that
knew.
you are moving across grassland. You don't know for No, you've taken her out to stresses. You know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if your DM had gotten you the exact number of gold that you had, you would know how much you had. But you have enough to grab something warm-ish.
Oh, feels so warmish.
Do you? No, you didn't really have the opportunity. Never mind. Do you think your parents know anything about it?
Nope.
Okay. Okay. And you guys head out. Somebody roll me a D100.
Ooh. That's 50 flat.
Oh, crazy. It's the heaviest, loudest dice rolls.
All I can hear is what it must sound like on the stream.
Just like right on the mic.
It's just the sound of a head hitting off a wall.
We'll
I
find
want
out.
you to feel the dice hitting both of your ears.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, believe me, I
To your
do.
audience.
So, you guys make it in just, yeah, after you've been outside the city for like maybe 5 miles. What kind of pace? Never mind. The king dictates that. He's not in a hurry to get out because you're not in a hurry to be anywhere. He looks, he's put on the mask that he has of disguise, and he's like he looks like a, older, way older even than he is Dwarven woman, which isn't wildly different, but boobs.
Yeah.
Like, and,
Yeah, but you can put your beard, like...
yeah.
Yeah.
He messed with a couple different disguises and then was kind of muttering to himself, and you figure out just by listening that he's kind of decides that if he's going to be on a horse, he wants to be the same size.
Yes. So...
Roll an animal handling check. for me.
Okay. That's pretty
Yeah.
good. That's okay. It's okay. Please tell me that it's not charisma based.
It's not.
Is it intelligence?
It's
Uh,
wisdom.
Oh, so that's
Animal
great.
handling's wisdom?
Yeah. 19.
19. So you guys,
She's too mad to get nervous.
so people are trying to be, well, the king's trying to be at least somewhat considerate. So when Jira comes back with horses and stuff, and you guys are actually going out the front because, yeah, the king's like, I know you've had a rough day. Why don't you choose first?
So I kind of...
You're looking at a Clydesdale, which was
Very clearly that's not for me.
that's for Alabra.
Yeah.
And
Shall name him Flesh Ripper.
ooh,
Is that not a good name for a horse?
that's I like it. Jira's like, they didn't tell me what their names are. The people or the horses anyway.
So,
And then you have there's a Palomino, there's two a brown and a black quarter horse. There are 2 brown quarter horses. And
I'm gonna
I
go
guess one more.
kind of to the middle and just clamp down all of the
Let's see.
emotion inside of me.
Hang on.
I thought you were going to talk about
Okay, the
Clydesdale.
horses do not rapidly back off as you approach.
Okay.
Shocking.
And I'm gonna look them in their eyes.
Okay.
Why?
You hear a and then they do step back. Horses don't like that.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna get... Oh, okay. 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 And I hear Ronnie's voice in the back of my head that says...
Sun's going down.
That says people are like horses. And I think, okay.
Now, how is that helpful?
Yeah. And she said, or he said that they would reflect the energy that I gave back to them. And so I go, okay. I go up to the black one.
The black one is just like, he did not respond great at first, but you kind of pull it together. And you walk up, and as you kind of walk by, Jira kind of shoves something into your hand, and you're confused for a second, and it's a sugar cube. And Jira looks at you and goes, "Feed it." And the horse takes a second, but kind of does that like Haxel thing where he's like, there's
Yeah.
a thing here?
Yeah.
And then after a second, like, you have to hold your hand to not make it tremble
Yeah,
for a second. But yeah, you steady and pull in at your core, and after a second, like, he eats from your hand, and then he kind of nuzzles you.
You see Octavia smile for the first time in the last 24 hours.
At
I
least
want
a
the
horse
Palomino
likes it.
pony.
It's beautiful. Probably Palomino. I used to be a horse girl, by the way. It's
That
probably
tracks.
a little shorter. It's 15 hands or so one of the smaller ones. But yeah, it's how.
I know that it's hands.
It's
I
how
have
big they
no, like, I know that. I just have no reference for how big that is.
It is
I'm
a
only
slightly
5 feet
smaller
tall,
than average.
so all horses are size huge to me.
You as me, or you as
No, me is Mia,
Yeah.
the person.
Ronnie's 6 foot.
Yeah, Ronnie's over a
Ronnie's
foot taller
6
than I
foot?
am. He's over 6 foot. He's 6'1".
Yeah.
He's
I'm
a
like 5'7".
She's human sized. That's what she said about.
I just
how
wanted
tall
to make
they
sure
were.
that I wasn't still the shortest. That I wasn't the shortest one in the
You
group.
are
No.
slightly taller.
Yeah, I'm 5'9".
Alabroth is obviously the tallest.
So 15 hands would be like, it's not quite a pony, but it's not a quite as big as like a racing horse, and obviously the Clydesdale kind of dwarfs it.
Yeah.
And Jira's like, it's obvious the Clydesdale is like not kind of bonded with the other ones, but he kind of keeps glancing at Alabroth, and once he ascertains in his own mind that you guys know why he brought a clearly bigger horse, he's fine. But yeah, so the Palomino's got a little bit of a Ronnie energy in that, like,
It's just looking straight up.
it just seems okay with whatever happens to an extent. And how much experience does Ronnie have with horses? Like, I don't have a picture for if there were horses on the island or not.
It would be like there's travel through there, so it wouldn't be like he's unfamiliar with horses, but he wouldn't be super used to handling them in the way that he probably would like a dog.
I think, like, as he approaches,
Or what?
Puffin.
A puffin. I'm sure he's got a
gonna
lot of
stand on one
experience with
foot.
puffins.
there was a moment where you find yourself, like, a little bit concerned about the breeze, and you find very quickly that the Palomino seems to appreciate it. Like, they get hot, and especially, like, you're adjusting the saddle, and he kind of moves closer to you a little bit, and he likes the breeze up under the saddle, and
Yay.
it's not so sweaty. Do you guys have a preference? There's
Unwearing
two
in a way
brown
that praying
horses,
animals
but
should not be.
there's also, like, a gray, like, Appaloosa kind of looking. Oh, me too, right? Like, it's so pretty. It has a little bit of the white spotting across its, like, hind. And you feel like it fits your aesthetic really well. Like, because neutrals and
Yeah.
whatever. And you guys can roll animal handling if you want. It's only Octavia that's going to have to. Alabroth, I am going to make you roll it because you are large and Clydesdales can be a little weird.
Brana's just gonna like pet the horse. Oh no, what did you roll?
I rolled a 4.
Well,
My
you
animal
have a
handling
really
is plus
good
5, so it's 9.
So you approach the horse, and, like, Alabroth has been yelling about getting horses since day one. They just really want it, and that over-eagerness, like, kind of, like, conveys a little bit to the horse, and he kind of looks at you. You see little strips of white around his eyes, like the... But he's apparently... Yeah, he's pretty well trained. He doesn't, like, freak out, but...
Alabroth's reaction to the horse is like, I know exactly how to handle this. And he goes up, who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? And does the scritches on the neck. Yes, yes, yes. Good boy. Good boy. See? This is how you do this.
He
How you
steps
get
to
your
the
hands
side for a minute, and then you realize you're gonna have to flatten your claws out just a little.
Well, yeah, I'm
like
not-
you didn't
No,
injure
no.
him, but you're like, wait, softer. And then after a second, like he seems to, he appreciates that you make yourself known to him, that he can hear you.
And see, his tail is wagging. That means he's happy.
The king goes, nope.
Nope. I think you're confusing the horse with a dog.
Around the same, right? They're just larger.
Nope.
No.
Nope. Nope.
Horses don't like that.
No, but you just switch them and rub their belly.
No.
Absolutely not.
If you're going to pet it, you gently pet like the nose, because they can see that. And they like gentle strokes, gentle touch.
I'll
The
probably
king
just goes like,
when you say strokes.
Gentle strokes.
Like this is like,
okay.
Horses are prey animals generally.
Oh, yes,
So-
they're quite tasty.
Ah.
Dogs are predators, so they respond very differently.
In the event of an emergency, though, we would...
I'm not gonna eat the horse.
Gotcha.
Not our horses to eat.
Just making sure. Just throwing it out there. Just
But
wondering.
in an emergency.
We're not going far enough for there to be an emergency.
Okay, I'm just throwing it out there, just in case.
the king is already like fully bonded with his horse. He's on top of it, and he looks down. He's like, I shall call it cautionary meat, or CM for short.
See, the king gets it.
Why are you using my initials?
That is not what Azra is.
No, mine.
No, I know.
Okay.
Because I didn't think about it clearly. But the horses CM, it seemed like a nice horse. A little boring, but nice. Is that rude?
I'm ready to get on my
Does it
horse.
directly relate to anything?
Okay.
Horrendous.
You gotta make us do like an athletics or anything before we get on the horse for okay.
Absolutely right.
Is it Azra?
Real quick question. Technically would not work, I already know. But I can't imagine just in my mind the friends spell wouldn't work with animal
Still
handling.
there.
Where?
Which friends specifically only says it helps with charisma checks, which animal handling is not, as we discussed earlier. But
Yeah, in this case, I would say they're part of your group. Yeah.
okay. Azra would like to subtle cast friends.
Of course, you subtle cast it. The rest of you note, like, somewhat impressively that, like, wait, did you roll?
I haven't yet.
You have advantage, right? Isn't that what friend says?
Yeah.
On, like, persuasion, which for this
Well, first they need to make a
case
save on the friend spell, I think.
will be-
Let me pull up friends.
The horse.
Yeah, the friend has to make a.
The horse.
Did we rest before?
No. Interesting.
Yeah,
it just
gives
happens.
you
Oh, we
advantage
short rested.
Cool.
on check related to
Yeah,
it. In
well,
this case, we'll call persuasion
We
animal
have
handling.
six
So
to
go ahead and roll
battle.
animal handling with advantage.
Okay.
That's great because I have a -1. Really needed this. Ooh. That's cocked. Hey! It's a 15 -1.
That's pretty much as well as anybody did, except for Octavia, who I maybe should have given disadvantage to. The rest of you note that, like, in spite of being a city girl, Azra seems competent and relatively confident about approaching this animal. What was the disadvantage? Is that what you did?
Yeah. It's still 11.
It's good enough for that. Actually, just more accurate.
That
to what I
interaction makes
described.
sense, yeah.
Yeah, and you guys head out. The sun is going down. You figure you'll get a couple hours out of town. The first hour, not a lot happens. On the second, you see a couple of patrols. You're definitely on a trail. It's not all the roads out from Strassus are a little flat and dusty.
Would you say that they're an old dusty trail?
Perhaps an old town road.
That's
That was the one that I couldn't come up with. I was
Yeah.
like, I know it's like
You're both
hometown.
terrible. I came up with gun it, and then I was like, right,
Yeah.
somewhere.
Gonna ride my horse.
To the
Horses store.
to the
Till I.
Perfect.
To the horse store.
Yes.
That's
Did
what
we
I
bring
said.
home
You're
tractor
returning it?
supply?
You're returning your horse to the horse store?
After I looked it directly in the eyes.
This one's broken.
Which I think everyone at the table knows why I did.
So you guys head out. It feels weird. There's not a lot of horseback travel in the city, and you pass like the area before you pass the fish bucket, and you pass the street corner where you saw the people. What?
Do we pass lamps?
It's not a place that's there. But yeah, you head out. For the first hour, you see like maybe a patrol, and they're not really going on the road. They're kind of going around the city, and they're on horseback, and they don't. Hang on. Yeah, they don't seem to think anything about. I don't know why they'd be looking for the king, but it's actually shortly after that the king decides to go with another dwarf.
I don't want to switch up races at all.
There are lots of dwarves.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Is there conversation? Is there just like... So Octavia's still sulking.
I mean, it's been 2 weeks, but it's been an hour.
Yeah.
Ronnie is still hanging around near Octavia to give her the opportunity to stop sulking, should she decide to do that.
I'm avoiding her look, just kind of like, she's so pissed.
Rana doesn't know what to say right now. He's still dealing with some shit. But he will talk if anyone starts to.
Ezra, you notice that, like, this group, it's normally hard to get them to shut up. And still, like, you have some idea. Ezra has some idea, but not the complete picture, right? Isn't
I think
that what it's,
we gave her an overview.
Yeah.
Yeah, of the stuff that's going on. And the king is just kind of caught up in his own thoughts at the moment. So, the first hour...
I don't think I would do it unprompted. Continue.
After that, as the sun is setting, you see somebody approaching by... Nope. I hit mute.
Ruh-roh.
By herself. As you get closer, you see a woman, looks to be human, maybe in her mid 60s. And she's kind of like, at this point you are passing on through some woods. It's a way back from it. Most of it is grassland, but there'll be like brief times where you'll pass like East Texas kind of. There'll be some pine trees for a while, and it's in one of those areas, and she's kind of like crossing back and forth on the road, like with that energy of I don't know what to do with my energy. And you guys are going to encounter her. How do you approach, or what do you do?
I'm gonna kick up just a little bit to the front of the group and just kind of, hello, Mom?
Oh, she's handling this.
She looks up at you like she didn't notice you guys get close at all, and she looks up and like you startle her, even though you're approach on horse.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
her head snaps up, and she's like, "Can you help me?" And your horse takes a full 2 steps back. Like, he did not like the sudden reaction.
Yeah.
and is like, my sister is back there and she's dying and I need help. I don't have anybody. Yeah.
Dying of what?
She. What?
Thirst.
Sorry, I just.
She goes, she's died of some illness. If I knew that, you don't think I would have helped her?
Just wondering if it was a wound or something.
It's a disease. There's something. Disease. It's.
Ezra looks to
That's-
Albroth.
Ronnie is also looking at Oliver.
Yeah, we're-
Everyone looks at
It's
Albroth.
something I handle. Please, ma'am, take me to her. Wait, is she? I help her up to the horse.
She seems like she approaches and the horse is kind of like not about it, and she goes, it's maybe half a mile, and you look up and the horse doesn't seem to like the woods. It's pretty like closed in, and you've been holding his head all day like he wants to move faster and run. And she says, if we could get inside the tree line, you can tie them up. Which, I don't know. It shouldn't. I don't know if it will take long, but they should be fine.
That seems a fair suggestion. Ezra will start steering her horse
Yep, let's go.
off the road.
Okay.
I would like to make a quick insight check.
Yeah,
just
something seems
Yeah,
off.
she's fishy.
Everything seems great to me.
I'll take that insight check because something's
Sounds
off.
like, do I have to prompt? Yeah, make an insight check.
Not sure. Is this worth a detect thoughts?
Hey.
16.
How many
Got a
spell slots
natural
do I have?
20.
Oh!
D&D Beyond, why don't you live for me, please?
D&D Beyond.
I'm not a very insightful person.
Where does this show how many spell slots?
Yeah, I'm a little perplexed about the whole not getting on the horse thing.
Slots.
I'm a little perplexed about the fact that she didn't notice us approaching on horseback.
21.
What is your total?
Mine comes out to 21, but not 20.
Yeah.
I don't have a great wisdom
9.
bonus.
So,
You don't know shit.
what? Yours was 18?
16.
16? The two of you don't notice anything in particular. Both of the two of you feel your uneasiness growing.
I'm gonna...
A nat 20 is not a guaranteed success. And, yeah. But you do feel like something's not right here. It's up to you how you proceed with that.
It's just the two of them. I didn't get anything.
Pardon me, ma'am. How deep into the woods are we going?
It's like half a mile, maybe.
I will
Probably not
gesture at
even.
you guys to not move yet.
What drew you half a mile off the road?
What?
That's a fair distance.
My sister is what? Sick.
Yes, but how did she fall ill half a mile off of the road? Were you
It's
traveling?
in my cabin.
Oh, I see.
We live together. We didn't have nobody. It's just us.
Hmm.
There's no like doctor close.
Okay, let's go.
Would you normally be wandering back and forth across the road if something had happened?
Normally not in a space where my sister might be dying. So I don't.
She was probably waiting exactly for someone like us to cross the road and lend her aid.
Wouldn't it have been easier to get into the city to ask for help? Instead of just waiting for a random stranger to
She
come
could
by.
be dying.
Everyone, someone could be in danger.
Yes, of course. Of
I-
course we'll help.
She seems extremely stressed.
I can't let someone who's in aid not to go without it. We have to.
Well, by all means.
So
I'll
Ezra will try, sort of just start walking and then try and like goad everybody to come with her.
I feel like this is gonna be the role you're stuck.
yeah. I have detected
Herding
nothing.
cats.
Someone is
Yeah.
in trouble. My alignment says go help. So
So you guys head off
So did
with
my
her.
insight.
She is kind of.
Ronnie will pull up alongside Brana. She's clearly like something's not kosher about this, right?
No, something feels very wrong about this.
Okay.
So, you guys
Imagine when we-
notice she's a little bit in front of you. She's like old woman. She's got like a hunch to her. She doesn't move that fast, and keeping up with her is no issue. As you see, sure enough, a cabin pretty fast. It doesn't take you long to walk half a mile. It has gone dark at this point, and it still isn't completely dark, maybe outside, but once you get in the tree line a good distance, it's pretty crowded and wooded, and
Once we see the cabin, Azur will just like turn to Ronnie and go like,
see?
see?
It's
Everything's
clear.
kosher. There is, in fact, a cabin.
I am proceeding because someone
Does
needs,
Ronnie notice that?
someone
I mean,
needs some healing.
Azur was
Yeah.
trying to indicate, yeah.
Okay.
I was like,
It doesn't mean she's not gonna get us in
For-
there and eat us.
Question for Brana.
Yeah.
Would he know any local stories or anything about, like,
Is it a witch?
bad vibes in the woods on the way to Strasse's? Because they would have probably passed through here a
I
lot.
don't know what augury does.
Roll a history check.
Oh,
shoot you with the blood.
I'm real bad at that. I have a +0 to that.
Well,
I know. 19.
nice. With a 19, what Brana does know is that there are few and far cabins. Trito is in Ireland,
Yeah.
essentially. There are tons of stories. There are so many stories.
The elf king.
The
dwarf king is
Erlkönig.
gonna have a problem with that.
Yeah.
There are a lot of stories, and you think with the 19 that you recall that, like, maybe this cabin, there's a number of cabins with different rumors. You're not sure. You think it's weird that you haven't heard anything, but not crazy weird. Like,
It's like, every cabin along the way has some kind of story, and this one is.
and you don't know which one's which necessarily because they're all kind of off the road.
Is it made out of candy?
It is not made out of candy, but as you get close, you think
No more
Alabroth
crumbs.
is front right now?
Yeah,
I'm-
Albroth.
Somebody needs some help.
Okay,
Uh,
roll me. As you get closer, go ahead.
I can cast Detect Evil and Good at will.
Oh,
I'm gonna surreptitiously cast that.
Mm-hmm.
that seems awfully useful.
And
Pretty specific.
within 30 feet of me, which I'm up front next to Alabroth, I will know if there's an aberration, a celestial, an elemental, a fae, a fiend, or an undead with 30 feet, as well as where the creature's located.
I'm going to roll to see if how close she is,
Okay.
essentially. Because she was ahead of you.
Yeah.
Let me see. With a 12, how long do you think it takes you?
Takes me to what?
To cast that, because you're off. Do you think you wait till you see the cabin? Do you think?
If we're like probably when like if there are lights on in like the cabin windows, like once we get close enough that it can be seen but not close enough that we're actually near it, because in the woods in the dark light travels far.
Yeah. Octavia pulls out an undead monkey.
God.
Yeah, probably close enough that we would be able to see any lights in the windows, but still firmly, a good half a football field away.
Okay. Okay. So
Mhm.
you get You do indeed track a Fey energy on. Well, you're only close enough to the woman. But you do still have like a little bit, and because of how close you have to be to see the cabin, just as you're casting that and as you see that, you guys hit about 120 feet from the cabin in that range, and you notice that there is hauntingly beautiful music coming from it. And I need all of you to roll a charisma saving throw.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Charisma. I saw that just now.
Completely missed the dice tray and just rolled on my leg.
22.
Damn.
15.
Stunned.
I have a good charisma, but it was only a 5 on the die.
Stunned.
14.
Stunned.
4.
Stunned.
I rolled a 1.
Do I see everyone get stunned?
Stunning
I'm
music.
not.
I don't know what stunned does. Where can I get the conditions?
Yeah, you do.
On D&D Beyond, under
Yeah, I see it.
conditions, yeah. And you guys start to go towards the cabin, and as you hear this beautiful music, let's see how many there are.
We should be
Ooh.
playing pretty music.
I
not
can-
creepy music.
I can speak falteringly.
Hooray! You. Blah, blah, blah.
So I have.
Ooh. It's more than I thought.
Do you want me to make a kind of roll to say something? Because
Yeah, make a roll. I will say that you get out, and that will be what causes Aligroth to realize that it happened
okay,
because of your spell. You start to be like, guys, I don't know. What does Ronnie say?
but Faye.
Do I hear the music?
You do hear the music, and you know that what came your way was powerful. And you notice, and I'll say that because you pass that roll and because you cast Detect Good and Evil, that you will not be surprised.
Is this a charm effect?
I don't actually think so, but let me double check.
I would think, but
I would normally too, but I think this is...
it's special.
Yeah, stunned isn't usually.
No, but charisma saving
That's what I
throws.
was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty music? Sounds pretty
Okay.
enchanting to me.
Yes. Yeah, I'll say it's a charm
Yeah,
effect.
I
It
just need
doesn't
some
say.
information, guys.
I'm an elf. I have advantage.
Yeah.
So I
It's
heard.
a 15 now.
So
Yeah.
Damn.
So I hear Ronnie say Faye,
you hear Ronnie say Faye, and
and I can hear the music.
you can hear the music, and what you notice is not only that, but you would guess it to be like 6-part harmony between, say, about 6
If you
different
look back
creatures.
at everyone else, you will
Ooh.
probably also notice that we've stopped moving.
Yeah, everyone else stops moving, and
Okay, well,
Horses
I'd like to do
The
something
horses
then.
wouldn't, but we
Hang
would
on.
be visibly
in the
still.
wooded arena, you guys see
She said
Arena.
arena.
wait, the wooded area.
Uh-huh.
Clearing,
6
perhaps.
different, beautiful, kind of almost their hair moves in the breeze, almost like Ronnie's, almost, except it's a little different because there's no breeze, almost as if they were underwater. This hauntingly beautiful song, and all of a sudden, crystal clarity to you, especially you, is the song of the siren. I know.
Love sirens.
I wanna be.
Yes.
Real quick. I forgot I have Portent. Could I give someone a 19 on the die?
You won't.
I will save you this one.
Okay.
I don't think we could hit it.
Okay.
Yeah, that Siren Song is their big move.
Yeah,
Like,
okay.
the one big move.
We're also all incapacitated.
Well, yeah, I'm saying when we all made our saving throws, she could give somebody a 19 on the die. That's one of my portents I
I
have right
will
now.
say, in this moment, what happens is you're frozen. You kind of look around.
It might have been too sudden for her to do that before she was stunned, maybe.
Maybe, but also that it may come in handy to give it to somebody or yourself for next time. But it's a DC 20.
Next time we run into sirens.
No, next time
Next time you
it's
try and make
somebody's.
this save.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, which will be every time they take damage. So,
Thank you for telling us that.
yeah.
So does Al gauge if those are sirens? There's a song. Everyone's incapacitated. Do I know what's going on?
Only an Arcana check.
Arcana it is. Ooh, Arcana's not my strong one. Okay.
It's not
One
going to
would
be crazy
imagine.
high. These aren't the
6.
rarest of Fae. It's higher than that. Everybody roll initiative.
Hey. Damn it.
Why couldn't you be that number when I made the save? What made the roll? Why couldn't you?
Why does this have to be by far the most creatures?
Oh, what is my add on to? Oh,
That
initiative.
I've ever-
Okay.
And we're not letting Azra roll any more D100s for encounter checks.
A perfect 50 should not be, hey everybody, let's get wrecked today.
It's very
What
much
an-
what an actual online
Yeah.
table told me.
Alright. Alright.
I'm going to use group initiative for them.
Okay.
They actually rolled a 1, which is really good for you guys.
Well, this is great because.
Yeah. So let me write down these guys' names, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah.
What's their names?
Yeah. They just go by numbers. I don't know what to tell you.
That's very efficient of them.
It's very Umbrella Academy.
Yeah.
I'm so glad they rolled. so
And their
well.
hit points.
Yeah, because none of us can really.
We can't actually do anything.
They seem very caught up in making their song, their sad song. What do we got?
9,
9?
but still higher than them.
Yeah.
24.
Holy gotta thank that initiative. That advantage.
Uh-huh.
Octavia.
18.
Cool. You guys always go in the same order just based off your initiative bonuses.
10.
Okay. 10
I thought he was doing Arcana.
for Azra.
You got me.
That seems
21.
inappropriate.
Ooh.
I get a high initiative when I can't do shit.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
21.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, this will. Hang on.
We're the slowpokes.
Octavia.
I got
Okay.
I got y'all.
The good news is that literally everybody will get another round of saves before they can even go. So, stunned at the end of your turn, you get the chance to make a save again.
The end of your turn.
Yes.
Yeah. So you still lose
The
the turn, no
turn
matter
for
what.
which you're incapacitated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I don't know if you can do anything else beforehand.
No, because you're incapacitated. You
Yeah.
can't move.
But you can roll again.
Please be good. No.
Well. let's
No
move
way
on.
it makes it. Also, what roll is that? Charisma?
Yeah.
Charisma.
Okay. No, it's a 6.
Okay. Brana.
15?
Damn it!
What?
I can't make it.
What do you mean?
You can net 20 on it.
That's our hope.
Okay. Because
Fishing for
I have a
20s.
-1.
What is stillness in mind? What is it? Like, I don't know.
It
What
is.
it?
It is. Yeah. I can end.
A stun condition?
I can end it.
I don't know.
I think
this is
it's-
genuinely me
yeah,
asking
yeah.
if that's part of it.
Yeah, I don't know whether I'm able to make the save.
Yeah. What is the, if I may ask, what is the number to
20.
20?
Can-
I can, but I have to roll high.
I have to roll extremely high.
Same.
I can use an action to end one effect on myself that is causing me to be charmed or frightened.
We'll put it under charm for this. I don't know if that's technically right, but I feel like it applies.
Okay.
Um.
Okay. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna kind of. You see her kind of shake her head, and look around somewhat derisively, and then I'm going to use my bonus action to do patient defense and take the dodge action.
Okay. As you take that moment and steel yourself within, and just kind of like, you're like, some people are like horses. Some horses are okay. And like, you feel like you still hear the music, but you feel like it can't re-enter your mind in the same way. And that for at least the next day or so,
Yeah.
that you'd be immune to it.
Yeah.
Is that your turn?
Yeah.
I didn't roll for the king. He rolled a... Actually, he goes right after you with a 16. So, I didn't roll his saving throw either. Ooh, he has a +3. 18 on the die. The king,
Nice.
yeah, made it.
Nice.
He's a little bit back from all of you guys because you're protecting him, and he's going to, not sure what you've encountered exactly, take the dodge action. And with his object interaction, he's going to take out his little hand axes that he has. That is his turn. Azra, you're stunned.
Mm-hmm.
Ronnie's stunned. Brana's stunned. Octavia and Alabroth and the king seem okay. What do you do?
I would like... Well, I'm stunned, so at the end of my turn, I am going to use Portent to give myself a 19 on the die, which makes it a 21 saving throw.
Perfect. You shake out of it as well, and you feel like those... I don't really understand how to RP portent rolls, but whatever you prepped for today seems to come in handy.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, it's a divination thing, so it's like I am fishing for luck, basically, somehow, and
it's
I
like
store
in the
it.
back of your mind, it's weird how often it happens to you that in the back of your mind, it's almost like you're mentally preparing for this exact situation, didn't know about it.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, I've been thinking about what I hear and how I interact with it for some reason, and now, like, I think I'm good. And you also feel like you'll be immune for a while.
Could I just do some recon on my turn real quick? Could I make a check to ask a question?
Yes, but the only people who will be able to answer are the people who are... Yeah.
No, not an outside. I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
Like, roll a check to see if I would know something. Christian is thinking that maybe if you take damage while you are stunned by a magical effect, that might break you out of it. Would Azra know if that is true, or could Azra attempt to know if that is true?
Roll a Arcana check.
I mean, it works in RPG.
Nah. Don't know.
What was it?
Natural 5. So, with my Arcana, it's... Go back.
Should be good.
It's 11. It's an
Alabroth.
11.
You
I
don't
forgot my
not
Arcana's
charmed.
decent.
Okay,
You're a
without
wizard.
11,
You're just to slap me. Okay.
I will say that Azra knows that sometimes taking damage can break you out of something. Sometimes it can just make you want to try and get out of it again, and you're not sure which.
Probably worth the chance. Okay.
Yeah. Alabroth.
So they're all in a line, just over there doing their thing.
Because I think you're probably not in a straight line because it is woods.
I'm right.
I'm picking
I'm like
the.
right
I'll
behind
pick
you.
the centermost. I'm talking about the sirens.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they came out.
I pick the centermost one, and I say, "Be silent," and I cast silence.
Ooh.
That is a 20-foot radius, 120-foot range. That's going to be 10 minutes. There's no saving throw for them, but they're no sound.
I think that's dope. as fuck. You can't get all of them. And
I'll take the centermost one and who's ever within 20 feet of her.
Okay. I will say that's enough to give the still stunned people advantage on their next roll. Because, like, it's bonkers.
I like that.
But
Okay.
yeah, you hear a good portion of the harmonizing stop. And
Do I see that
Oh
Octavia
no,
is free?
they lost the melody.
Yeah,
That's what I
this
was
isn't as
thinking,
good as it
is
was a
that
moment ago.
Now, like, it has a creepy vibe to it because it's only like your minor,
Yeah,
diminished
yeah.
kind of like note.
It's like the
structure.
alto twos, and you're like, well, this
Yeah,
is
and
not
it's
quite as
just like-
good.
Burn that
It's
spell
not
slot.
only at worse; it's also like it sounds creepier.
Yeah.
And it kind of start. I'm gonna have you guys roll that now. Actually, go ahead and roll one that will retroactively apply to this turn.
That's all I've been waiting to do.
Yeah.
Like,
Are you fucking kidding me?
no, I'm not.
No, I rolled a 4 and then a 3.
I rolled 2 17s and still can't pass it.
That's what I'm trying to throw. Every advantage at you guys, because as soon as I saw charisma that's saving, I was like,
Yeah,
this
I
group
have
is
to
in
get
trouble.
I have
was
to
about
get
to start
an
throwing
18
hands.
minimum.
Yeah. Like, I don't know what to tell you. What else, if anything, do you do?
Let's see. Well,
It's
I
really
want
funny
to
that they
grapple
both
the
rolled a
old
17
woman, but
though.
I also want to go ahead and cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay.
And one of the
You
ones,
can't cast. Wait. No.
it says a bonus action I can attack with it.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't...
Yeah.
Oh no, bonus action spell, Spiritual Weapon.
Right, but if you
And-
cast a bonus action spell, then your main one
Has to be a cantrip.
has to be a cantrip.
Duh.
That. You can. I'll let you. No,
I'll get it out. I'll get it out. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
But okay, if I can't cast Spiritual Weapon, I am going to grab as a bonus action. I'm going to grab this old heifer that just lied to us, and if I do, I see Octavia's free.
Yeah.
I'm going to just throw her over towards Octavia.
Without any warning
Without
or words.
No, I'm going to go like, Octavia, beat her to death.
Okay, I was like, Octavia, whoa, have an old
Like,
lady.
I just want
Last
to.
time he had the decency to wait until all the enemies were dead before he attacked you. Now he's just throwing
No,
enemies at your face.
I'm mad that she lied to us and tricked us. So yeah,
I totally-
grab her shoulder, sink my claws
Roll
in.
a low DC insight check to make sure that's what you get.
That's good.
What was
That's
it?
really good. 14 plus I think
Okay,
7.
yeah, that's.
No, I
You
yell out,
understand
Octavia,
that he's
beat her
trying
to death.
to help
For
him not-
half a beat, you see Octavia go, and she's like, oh, okay. And yeah, she's still doing patient defense.
Yeah.
Do I need
So
to grapple her or anything?
make
Or
an athletics check.
athletics? Okay.
Yeah.
What are you
Contested
doing?
athletics.
That's gonna be an 8.
What are you doing,
Plus-
Dragon Bro?
I know, man. This okay.
Hey, guys,
You know what? You have been bad already.
Give me your hand. Give
I don't like
No.
you, dice.
What's
See, the one
your
makes it worse.
plus on athletics?
Plus
Not
4.
everyone.
It actually is close because she had a 15 minus 1.
Okay.
But yeah,
gonna, like,
she stumbles a little bit, but like
Please
you don't
use
get
this.
her the distance.
Okay. And I don't think
Wait.
if I can't cast spiritual weapon or anything, I'm
I
done.
think that would just be...
Well, you
he
do.
would just
You
look
have
like-
given Octavia the opportunity to very easily flank with you, which will come in handy. So
Beat
definitely
this one.
helped. Now it is the siren's turns.
Oh, you know what that means.
Some of them should be quiet.
Wrong
Yeah.
fantastical creature.
They are.
Wow. That was
And
so
this-
close to being 2001 Space Odyssey.
That's what I was
I was
expecting.
like, we're getting
Yeah.
demonetized.
Did you?
Bum, bum, bum.
I saw a video about how the first part of Endgame, when they're coming out of the portals,
Mhm.
sounds like Linkin Park's in the end.
It does. Okay.
Okay.
It does though.
They have disadvantage against you, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the first one is going to take a swing against you, and an 18 and an 8. So that's a total of 13.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I went off the 18, and then I was like, no, disadvantage. So they have, it's beautiful, and not to get all like, hate how TTRPGs could go this way. They're scantily clad, all with
Oh,
the old
yeah.
woman. and they are breathtaking. They kind of naturally stand with their legs bent, almost like a mermaid broken doll look. And
Gross.
broken doll is a modeling
Did you
term.
say gross?
My bad.
Well, they're standing, but legs are bent.
They're
like
standing.
mermaid.
They have their knees bent at like angles, and they have their feet splayed out a little, so kind of like this, like weird, inhuman, heads tilted, claws out, even while they're singing, and these crazy long, incredibly sharp nails. And you see like they're wearing this kind of like that female body armor where it's all open through here, and it's all like spiked in front and seems to sway with their song like sharp seaweed, like aggressively towards you. It's just all very
Yeah.
a lot. yeah, like I want her to hunt me, mommy.
Yeah.
Like, gross.
Step on my throat.
Yeah.
Like Lady Dimitrescu with the long claws.
Yeah.
How tall are they? Like
They
ridiculous.
As soon as I get a
short,
turn.
actually, but they also
okay.
have, because it's D&D and who knows, they have these incredible, like, I should have mentioned this at the top, wings. They have, sirens can fly.
Oh.
Yeah, and again, it's like a bone structure, almost like the Valkyries in God of War, where you can see a structure underneath, but it's kind of waving, almost like fabric stuff. And yeah, the old woman, you see her hunch starts to kind of grossly, they start sprouting very black swan like through the fabric coming out as she turns, and she's maybe the most terrifying of all because it's a beautiful face coming through this old woman. She starts to tighten, pull up, and it gives you that face distortion.
Or very Sasuke when he uses his curse seal.
But the first one, she goes after you, and if you hadn't just stilled your mind, you feel like that by itself could have gotten to you, but as it is, you're like, you were prepared to take a half step and like rest on your back foot so it doesn't throw you. The next, they're closing in on you, and because they had to start their plan a little early, the three that you silenced are going to have to use their action to dash as well. So you're not going to take as many attacks because there's only that's three are going to be able to attack. But with you two are center front.
I was just behind.
Yeah, one of them is going to close. How close do you think you were to the king? The two of you.
I was close
Right
to the
next to him.
front with Alabroth because Azra and Alabroth were the ones who were like, this seems good. Also you as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
so probably not that close.
I was towards the back because I was like, this feels sketch.
I don't love this.
I don't like this very
Also
much.
rogue.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
also
then
rogue, but
They're going to. I'll say that two of them are going to go for you as opposed to the king, which is probably good. And then the king's one of them is going to go against the king but not have advantage, which is good. So you're stunned, so they have advantage, which is a 20 to hit you.
me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's
Oh yeah.
on the first one, and then 24 to hit on the other one. So two of them hit you.
See, this is the weird thing. The
Or-
20 hit me, but that 24 didn't hit me.
So yeah.
Sus.
Does it?
No, yeah, it does. My ring is not that number.
What is
24?
your ring on?
19.
If one of them hadn't had advantage, that would be exactly what it hit. So because okay, so ooh, they rolled well. Total from both of them of 23 slashing damage.
Yike.
Yeah. And then the other is going to go after the king. And with a 16 just hits the king. Oh, but Snake Eyes, so 4 damage. So the king takes a slash. He was not stunned, so he steps mostly out of the impact. She just takes her claws, and kind of breaks across and mostly catches his armor. You see him bleeding, but they're not like. And it's their turn. Top of the round, it is Ronnie. I'm gonna give you advantage still because silence is up.
Nope. Why are they rolling the same number?
You have
Again.
another roll from taking damage and with advantage to try and break out of stun.
So I'm still rolling 2 die.
Mm-hmm.
Advantage.
I made it. 18. I don't
Yay!
have to roll the other one because 18 plus 3 is more than I need.
Yes!
So you break out of it, which is good.
What's your health at?
29.
Okay.
Ronnie is still stunned, but is the only one stunned at this point. Brana, it is your turn.
Okay.
Invisible.
I mean, he wants
Just
to.
Homer Simpson.
No, like
Yeah.
the meme, the guy just like,
who's
Oh, yeah.
disappears.
That's what I did. That's when I was concerned. I mean, he's thinking about it, but also, hey, can't fuck with them.
we the ones.
That's first, yeah.
There are 2 up on you. There's 1 on the king, 1 on Octavia, and 3 that advance to where they're kind of on the 3 of you up front. So,
Alright, well, if I disappear, they're gonna go straight for the king, and I won't be gone for very long, so that's a useless spell right
Don't worry,
now.
I'm about to do things. So.
Okay. But I guess I will just go stabby on one of the ones next to me. I will do that one, I guess.
sure.
Sure, whichever.
Number 3, as
Number
her mother lovingly named her.
Yes. We'll do number 3. Oh, I crit!
Yeah!
On an
saw
attack
that.
with sneak attack.
Oh,
Which
Get
dagger do
Count it
you
up.
use?
I always do the fire first.
That tracks. Yeah.
Speaking of
It
names,
would
looking
be a
from behind
shame
the tree.
if they were vulnerable.
To
To
fire.
fire.
When I see a
Are
free
they
roll,
are they
crit.
vulnerable?
Oh!
Then I'll just set the
I
fire
have the
die
perfect
aside
spell
and roll
prepped.
that one.
What?
What?
Because it does normal damage with extra fire damage.
Right, but you crit, so you get 4d6, and they're vulnerable to it. So that's.
Oh, they're
actually-
vulnerable. Oh.
That's actually.
Oh, blessed be.
8d6.
Let's hear 'em
plus
hit the mat.
Fire damage, and they're vulnerable to it.
Wait,
Does it double and
Wait.
double, or is it
If
triple?
you're doing sneak
I
attack,
don't. It's not.
Yeah.
gonna
Hold
matter,
on.
I
I
don't think.
don't have
do you
enough
need
D6.
D6?
I need so many D6.
Here.
Hold on. Okay, so
I'm about to make it rain.
I mean, even like the fire dagger
Okay,
itself
I'll
does
make it rain on
4d6 on a crit, so just doubling is 8.
yeah.
And
So okay,
Oh my
I have,
God.
I have a
vulnerability
knave
on my side.
plus the 1d6 of
This might
fire
be the
damage.
biggest
Do you need a
amount of
calculator?
damage that
I have a
you've
calculator.
done.
Go for it. Go for it.
The fire damage doesn't double. It's just that'll still be 1 extra d6, right?
No, the fire damage very much does double. So
Okay.
it's 8d6 just of the fire damage.
Shit.
With the sneak attack.
Yeah, so how many of the sneak attack, which is also doubled?
Oh
You're
my
gonna
goodness.
one-shot this thing. Roll
Yeah.
your dice.
Just,
Okay.
just,
No, I'm trying to be like, okay, how many?
I don't know how many sneak attack dice do you
Yeah.
normally get.
I normally get 4.
So that's 8 of that. So it's 16d6.
Sounds like she's
plus
making a
whatever
martini
the
over there.
dagger does.
let's go. Let's go.
Okay. All right. I'll give you just the total when I finish counting,
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Holy shit.
because
Get
This
wrecked.
is the first like big rogue moment
Yeah.
in damage that's been like
I'm very excited.
it's like in max
Somebody go get
damage.
their ass kicked. Somebody go get their leg split.
Somebody won't have an ass left to kick.
All of these. Oh my God, she's doing it. All of these sirens are about to be the shocked Pikachu face.
I especially like just coming out of stun, like stun.
Let's get her. She's dead.
Oh,
Do we have a plan for that?
oh,
Like, you guys still want to do this? Or?
Did we have a plan for a one shot?
That is 61 points of damage.
Everybody's got a plan until they get stabbed in the back by Brana.
I didn't even get.
Brana reaches out, stabs with his fire dagger, and just like, it's almost if it was because he, almost as if because he was stunned, he takes a second and just stabs just dead center, and you see the body armor like catch. And like this flame go up, and it spreads throughout the wings, and for a beautiful moment, like outlines the entire wings in fire. And then as her song turns to a scream, it just like floods inside, engulfs her, and she just collapses in a pile of ash.
And I still.
You have a bonus action.
I'm gonna look at the other one that was next to her and use Wails from the Grave on her.
Oh, Jesus
What
Christ.
is that?
That will give 2d6 of necrotic damage.
Okay.
Smaller.
So she gets 6 points of necrotic damage.
She gets. You notice the necrotic damage is not quite as
Hey,
as helpful. You think like maybe necrotic damage isn't ideal.
Yeah.
It does do some damage, but doesn't seem to be a lot.
I mean,
But
That's
you are
fine.
not flanked
thank you.
by them, and yeah, one of them is just number 3 is
It's
no more.
just
number
Gone.
three.
Gone.
Okay, then.
And number 2 is a little bit less healthy. And make an intimidation check for me.
Yeah.
We the ones.
If you roll high.
Oh,
then-
no.
Could I
no.
grant advantage because I'm certainly prepping a fireball on my next turn, and they might see that coming?
Sure.
So,
Yeah. Roll one more time.
a bit better. Intimidation. 16.
Okay, I will say that number 2 and number 4 have disadvantage on their next attacks. Like, it's not enough to make them just bounce.
Yeah.
But they're just kind of like, that's a lot. And I think it's the one that's on the king, so that's good. Is that your turn? Do you think you've done enough on this turn?
Yeah, because I can't,
You can't attack if you did the
yeah.
okay.
So,
Octavia, you just see Brana just like glance over, and you just see engulfed in flames. And make a perception check for me.
It's really wonderful. 24.
Oh wow! With a
Jesus.
24, you glance over, and it's almost like your eyes. You're like, is that right in the shadow of where the wings engulf for a split second? You think you see the outline of wings on Brana's form, and then you shake your head, and you're like, it's got to be the shadow. Like, it's just a shadow outline. Like, that would be bonkers.
Okay.
That would be bonkers. But, like, you think you saw, and you questioned yourself because it's, the wings looked different than the siren wings. But that's not what we're doing right
That's
now.
not what we're doing. I turn around and I look up at the siren in between me and Alabroth, and she kind of sees the fire reflected in my eyes, and I look down at her kind of broken doll, and I'm just gonna stomp down on her knee.
Ooh.
ooh.
I will say you're flanking with Alabroth anyway, so go ahead and take it.
Yeah, good, because one of them was a natural one. But the other one's 15 plus, I think 7. So 22 to hit.
22 does hit.
And I'm going to kind of, as I do, I'm going to shake out my hands, and you see sparks fly out of her fingers and then go down through her foot, and it's going to do fire damage as well.
Dope. You can, I'm going to say, you guys will double the fire damage in this. So.
Okay.
Because we
So
get
I
to roll
think-
more dice, which is always good.
I let them choose whether to double the dice or double the number of dice. I don't really care.
And then I'm going to use another key point to do an additional 1d10 fire damage.
More dice is always nice.
Still not
Nobody doesn't love rolling a handful of dice.
It makes you feel powerful.
It's
Yes.
it's honestly the best
Ooh.
thing about being
Let's
a
do
rogue is that you get to dump out your entire dice bag. It's all d6, and you're gonna roll them every
oh, no,
time.
I still
So now I need to bring-
because I played Maka the first campaign and I just collected D6.
I just played Warhammer 40k for the first time last weekend, and you make lots of d6s.
You
roll
told me,
lots
I
of
think
them.
that it was a decent, like, the factions.
Okay.
Yeah, I rolled 24 d6s pretty regularly.
The
Oh, wow.
first one is only 10 because I rolled 2 ones on the d10. And then I'm going to hit her again. It's a 19 on the die.
Yep.
So that's
Does this one also... It's fire damage for the rest of your turn, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's another 8 points of fire damage. And then one more time, I'm going to hit her. It's a 22 to hit. And that's another 8. Oh, I forgot to do my bonuses. Hold on. So 8 points of fire damage. And then I did 3 hits. So another 12.
She is already looking really rough. You hear the phrase in the back of your mind, glass cannons.
Okay.
And it feels like, I mean, nobody can match Brana in that moment, but you feel like empowered by understanding the fire damage and responding to it really fast.
Yeah.
Is that your turn?
That's my turn.
Okay, it's the king's turn. He
Takes the dodge out, hides behind the
There's a
table.
cat under the table. Don't be shocked when you rub
Noticing-
up against your leg.
what
Eli?
you guys did, and he goes, fire, and he shakes his hands, and he's gonna cast Burning Hands.
Hey!
Whoa! Okay.
He got a 20, which just hits.
King got
And I
spells.
think that's 2d6.
spells.
He's a fighter
You guys-
knight. He can be a knight.
King got
Or
hands.
LG. knight.
King got burning hands.
Sorry.
You guys notice a
Catch these burning hands.
Yeah.
ring around his glow, and you don't think he has a ton of abilities he hasn't told you about. He might have this, and you probably noticed that it wasn't there before. You didn't see everything Tara gave him. Yeah, but that's 2d6 plus
Get it?
times 2. Ooh, that's 18. 18 points against number 4. Who does look like she took a significant amount of damage. He doesn't have an offhand. That's really all he can do. He takes a different angle, and you notice that like it would be harder to flank him, but he didn't move out of the range. So it seems like he's picking up some skills. Maybe he hasn't exercised much and is getting a little bit better in battle. He's not such an embarrassment. That's his turn. Azra.
Azra would like to identify what is the largest cluster in a, let's say, a 20-foot sphere.
20-foot sphere?
20-foot
Not
radius.
20-foot radius?
Yeah,
20-foot
That's what I
radius
mean.
is a 40-foot sphere.
it's a 20-foot radius, yeah, so a 40-foot sphere.
Okay, that will be able to catch. You know you can angle it where you can hit all 3 that he silenced at once. Yeah, I wonder what the wizard move is going to be.
Yeah.
They're just gonna sit over there like with no sound.
Anyway, so yes, you can get 3 at once. So what does Azra do?
Azra says, "Aw, I wanted to hear them scream," and we'll cast Fireball.
And how does Fireball work?
They
Is it
need to make
dexterity?
dex saves or take 8d6 fire damage on a failed save.
Would you like to borrow some
I
dice?
wanted
I'm gonna
to
need to.
hear them scream.
Because
Well,
also
they won't now.
What kind of sociopath?
What's the dex? What?
Dex 14.
Okay, they do have a +2, so let's see.
Bloody hell.
And did they take half damage if
They take
succeed?
half damage on a successful
I'm just
save.
gonna roll
Because
once
also-
for this.
So I'm gonna need 16.
Nat ones.
yeah.
Nat ones?
Good.
Oh.
Well,
So yeah.
who lit the grill?
That is so far 11. I need another 5.
I didn't bring my
I think
big
I literally
bag.
pulled 5.
Wait.
Holy crap! How many dice do you need?
Hold on.
Here,
I think he's good now.
Yeah, take that out.
Yeah, here, I'm gonna
Wait,
move this
let's
out.
count. 1, 2, 3, 4,
You
5,
can't roll them like that.
6,
That's,
7, 8, 9, 10,
Although
11,
they're
12, 13,
sufficiently
14, 15, 16.
randomized.
Yeah.
All
Oh,
right.
jeez.
Oh,
We've already had.
Is this crit?
So you did
crit it?
61.
Is that the 6?
Yeah,
I
it is.
How much
love
damage
this.
did you
My
do?
die.
61.
61.
Okay.
Alright, so it's 8d6 doubled because they're weak. Oh, and then is nat 1? That's nothing special, right?
No. All right, beat a
I
61.
really want to roll
They
32.
super extra fail.
Yeah.
I want you to beat a 61.
Okay. 7, 8, 9.
While Christian adds up this
13,
number, I'd like to go
14,
ahead and say that we need all kinds of
16,
sponsorship out there to keep me in whiskey.
19, 21.
But also,
I think I had
Vote.
time.
29.
Vote.
Nerds vote.
because
There's
you're a
one,
nerd.
two,
Apparently, he only shares
37,
whiskey during the show.
41,
What? I got
I'm
this.
just
51,
Say
50,
something.
Oh.
Close.
52.
Oh, really? Just 52 points of damage?
I'm so sorry.
Jesus
To
Christ.
3 enemies all at once.
DM, what happens?
I'm a disappointment.
Make an intimidation.
Oh,
Damn it!
I
Not
do
good.
love that we're all squabbling and then we walk up on these innocent sirens and we're
Innocent sirens.
No, we're having our troubles.
That's a 7.
The sirens
Okay.
wanted to do their
So
their
they're
stuff, and
going
we
to
just
stick around. You watch all of their wings go skeletal as they're all engulfed with flame, and it looks like a Wile E. Coyote,
Um,
like eyeballs and just like burnt
take back your
to a
dice.
crisp. They are technically still alive, but who knows why they're
I
choosing
hear
to be in
technically.
this?
yeah.
Because yeah, they all look like a light breeze could blow them over.
all right.
Yeah, they
Do you
are.
have a bonus action or anything else you would like to do?
Nothing. I don't think I can do anything on a bonus action at this time. Let me double check.
as my bonus action, I'd like to fireball
Oh,
again.
I could use 2 weapon fighting. I could attack with my offhand weapon if I've already made an attack.
No. I mean, maybe, but double check it because usually 2 weapon fighting you have to attack with a weapon. First.
I know that's yeah.
So no or
No,
yes?
I have nothing to do.
Okay. I'm like a wizard.
I mean,
You're a
for
wizard.
real?
Yeah.
You also did pretty much get all of those down to like a point where we could barely hit them and kill them.
I just want to get across the finish line. I'm not a
You
quitter.
got them over double a point.
I can't wait for Ronnie to get out of the stun to overkill any of them.
Yeah.
Ronnie's still stunned?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
this is like the one time Mia has rolled terrible more than
No,
one.
I haven't rolled terrible.
It's a real.
I have to get an
rough
18 or better to
Yeah.
Oh, no,
pass it.
Calibra.
No, I thought
Can
you,
I
thought you were-
cantrip and spell?
Oh no, I'm getting
Yes.
something mixed up. Never mind. Don't.
Yeah,
Okay.
this spell is a bonus action.
One of the ones that's probably still crispy right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Smoke
throw
it!
Sacred Flame on her.
Sacred Flame is radiant, I think, but it's not going to matter.
It's still
Yeah,
it's,
no, it's not going to matter. Dexterity
it's
save, right?
It's gonna be you got to beat a 17.
If she takes a step, will she crumble to ash?
She actually does beat it with a natural 19.
Okay.
But you still have your bonus action.
Okay. Gonna cast Bless at 2nd level on 4 people.
Ooh.
Okay.
Add a
Ron-
D4 to all rolls.
Ronnie gonna need that.
Which 4?
Yeah.
Huh? Not the king. Sorry.
No worry about that.
But they need it because
Me?
yeah, y'all get you get it. I look back and do the Bahamut, bless us.
Okay.
So y'all add a D4 to everything, and
Mia was really in danger
let's
zone there
see.
for a second.
Yeah.
That was a
The hand.
2nd level spell.
Blessed by a smack to the
I
face.
don't have anything else.
That means you're double blessed.
Action
Pain is
and
just
bonus
weakness leaving the
action,
body.
like,
I mean, I got nothing I can attack with, so
right. That makes sense.
I'd like to cast Spirit Guardians. No, I'd like to cast my bouncers.
It is the siren's turn. Number 1 is going to look up at you and try and hit back. Let's see how she does. Oh, she does. With a natural 15, that is a 20 to hit.
Okay.
Okay. So that is only 7 damage on you. She's looking real rough. Number 2 is the other one on Brana. She's gonna take a swing. She got a 16 to hit.
Yeah.
So she hits you for, it's not real great either. That's a 7 damage on you.
7?
Yeah. The one on the king rolled a nat 20.
We're all doing great. The king's dead. Like, whoops.
Did you see what I did though?
I was so cool.
The king with that hit, it was a pretty significant blow on the king. He looks pretty rough right now, but he's standing there just bleeding. And that's their turn. The other 3, one doesn't hit Alibroth, one does hit Alibroth, and one hits Azra. So Azra takes 8 damage,
Nuh-uh.
and Alibroth only takes 6 damage. But that is all of their turn. Back to the top of the round. They're still silenced, and now they look real rough, so you still have advantage on this roll and bless. Oh, Alibroth, make a concentration check to make sure you keep bless up.
Concentration.
I made it.
Oh, thank God.
Ooh.
I didn't even
5.
roll my
It's a
bless.
5
I got an
total.
18.
Bless drops.
Plus 4.
I will let it roll through. Well, you didn't need bless anyway. Bless drops.
Yeah, I made the 18 that I needed to make it.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
That is, it's the end of your turn.
Yeah,
though,
that's
right?
my turn.
That sucks. Brana, it's your turn. There's still one in front of you looking pretty rough.
Cool. Fire dagger time.
Okay.
Stab him in the
Sorry, y'all
face.
don't have bless anymore. Damn it.
Oh, I was really hoping I would just accidentally crit again. Oh yeah, bless drop. Never mind. 16 to hit.
16 misses.
No. Okay, well, I'm still gonna stab it with my normal dagger then.
Yep.
Bitch. The same exact roll.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, there's still. You think it's because it's the one in front of you that's still relatively healthy. Yeah, takes a step back and is kind of reevaluating, looking at all the dead or nearly dead people around her, but is still up. Octavia.
There's still the one right in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you didn't move last turn, correct?
Nope. I'm sitting right there.
Oh, that's an 8 and a 4.
Oh.
So the first one for sure misses.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Well, without your bonuses,
gonna,
or anything?
15. So, yeah.
15 doesn't make the AC. Okay.
That's much better. That's a 22 to hit.
That hits.
I'm gonna activate my fire again.
Mm-hmm.
And just, flick my hand out. You see sparks fly off of her fingers, and then she just slaps him across the face. It's 11 plus 4, 15 points of fire damage.
Yeah, with 15 points, she also turns into ash and shrivels.
And does her head spin around from the slap?
It definitely impacts, and then
Like a cartoon owl.
you
Yeah.
don't actually get to see it hit the ground because she just kind of disintegrates in place. And you just see the outline of the wings hit and then shrivel. And she's dead.
And then there's one behind me that's up against the king, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna run to that.
Still looking pretty healthy.
Still looking pretty healthy. Okay, I'm still gonna run over there and attack it.
Wait, you missed with your action.
I missed with my, I have 2 attacks on my action. So I missed with the first one.
And the fire doesn't have a cost in the action time?
Not in the action economy. It costs a key point.
Okay. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Okay, that was a 19 on the die.
Yeah.
So that's another. Well, to that one, that's 6, 8 plus 4 is 12 points of fire damage.
Okay. That one is looking, worse for the wearer.
Mm-hmm.
And there's 4 left, right?
Yes. Wait.
Barely.
Yeah, 3 that are.
No, there's 5 left.
5, but 3 of them are almost
On
dead.
death's door.
Okay, cool.
And is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay, the king is going to lash out, still with burning hands because it's concentration. I think. now flanking you. Oh, nat 20 for the king.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
this is going to be good.
4d6 again. He may tap it. I don't think so. Okay, now that one is looking really, really rough as well. Only the one in front of Brana is looking healthy by any means. That is his turn, Azra. There's 3 in front of you that look really rough. There's one by the king that looks really rough, and then there's one by Brana.
Azra is going to firebolt the one attacking the king.
Okay.
Spell attack. +6. 10. Boo.
10 does not hit.
No. That's all I got.
Okay. So one comes out, it's like barely caught her peripheral. She kind of steps aside and looks at you with a distinct fear, but is unhurt. Alabroth.
The one's attacking the king. I'm going to go ahead and Sacred Flame again.
Okay. Dexterity saving throw.
Mm-hmm. You have to beat a
That's a nat
17.
1. I've rolled several nat 20s and several nat 1s. Nat 1, so that's whatever that is.
That's going to be 11 points of radiant damage.
Hit on these guys.
That one like lights up from behind with the glow of your radiant flame,
Okay.
and it just kind of almost sparkles as it turns to ash and disintegrates. She
And-
is dead.
My next action is Channel Divinity on the king,
Okay.
giving him. I have no idea what the children do. That should be 30 points of healing for the king.
It's like up to 30, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But I'm putting it all on him.
that brings him back to full. And he, like, you see him glance at you and kind of nod gratefully.
Like, Your Majesty.
Yeah. He is back up. Is that your turn? Or all the way up?
Yeah, I did a cantrip. I did a spell.
Ronnie, get in here.
All right.
You have the 3 that are on death's door, and then 1 that is close to Brana.
Does an 18 hit?
An 18 just hits.
Oh, yay. Okay. Uh, 10 points of damage on one of them.
On which one of the
One
ones
of the
that-
one who's looking rough.
dead.
Okay. And then
That one, like, you take an arrow and you're just like, I'm not doing anything fancy. You shoot it, hits it in the eyeball. It's like, I still got this. I still can range.
I rolled higher on the next one, so that one should hit, and it's another 10 points of damage
On another rough one.
on another rough one.
Another rough one.
Bites the dust.
It's center mass, like right above the collarbone, and just like they fall, and their bodies are still there for a minute, and then they turn into ash.
Oh, so it wasn't the fire? Interesting.
Weirdly, no. That is, you guys are down to 2 of them. Brana, it's your turn.
Right.
Oh, I didn't give them a turn.
Oh no, that's weird.
Yeah, I'm gonna have the 2 up and take an attack. Did I? A 16 does hit, right? Brana.
Yeah.
The other is a 14, so it doesn't. 14 doesn't hit you, does it?
Mm-mm.
Okay, Brana. That is 10 points of damage.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's their turn. Brana, it's your turn.
All right. Fire dagger again.
Okay.
On this healthy one that's just trying to wreck my stuff.
Yep.
No. Very, very no. I rolled a 2.
Oh.
Okay, Dice. I see what you did.
They're like, not ever again. Are
Yeah.
you gonna take a stab with your regular dagger as well?
Yeah.
Might as well.
Might as well. Not as fun.
I must stab.
11 again.
Poor Brana. You got so excited in the moment that your brain's like, keep stabbing. and hasn't been super successful yet.
The voices were just very excited that something good happened
Yeah.
in the last
They're
24
like,
hours.
we did it!
They won't shut up.
Octavia.
One. Yeah, the one next to Brana.
Okay.
13 plus. I think it's
It's just
7. So sorry. Hold on.
Are you doing?
It is 7. I'm gonna see if it hits, and then it's if you would take the attack action, you can do the fire.
Okay. I might look into that if that's something you can decide if you already know if you hit.
Okay.
But regardless, yes, you hit,
Okay.
and you can do it this time. We
Okay.
just might look at it later.
Okay. Yeah, just hair is falling out. 6, 5 is 11, 15,
Okay. It is looking worse.
and then again. Nope, that's a 2. And then one more for bonus action. That's an 8.
So you get the one good hit in,
Uh-huh.
and it does start to look rougher. You start to get a new appreciation for how powerful your friends are, how many of them you've just taken down without chipping at them significantly. And that is your turn. The king is going to, now that the one in front of him is dead. How rough does Brana look?
Very rough.
Okay, so
I'm
in
getting
that
to that.
case, he's going to move to flank with one of you. With his burning hand still up. And he does hit. That is 19 points of damage. That one now looks really rough as well.
The one next to Brana?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's one in front of Alabroth that looks really rough, and one in front of Brana that looks pretty rough.
Okay.
And that is his turn. Azra, it's back to you.
Azra is going, seeing that some people aren't hitting
Yeah.
unless they hit something pretty high.
Yeah, that's just
I think Azra is going to try something different. One fighting king's dead now, right?
Yes. There's one
And-
fighting Brana and one fighting Alabroth. Both of them look pretty rough, but the one fighting Alabroth is the one that's all but toast.
I'm going to target the one attacking Brana, and I'm going to cast Mind Sliver. I need it to make a DC 14 Intelligence saving throw.
What kind of effect is this?
Damage? Enchantment cantrip. That's weird that's an enchantment.
That's cantrip.
You will need to be specific.
Make sure that
Mind Sliver is like what a really pretentious professor would say that I have.
is
Aww.
Oh.
wow.
Because Cora's looking like,
It's
that bag
isn't
gonna
it
make it over?
charmed
If you
effect,
leave me
though?
unattended, I will
probably
eat the
not
entire
because it's
thing.
intelligence.
How will
right?
you get stabbed?
Yeah, no, it's not charming. Charming specifically changes your perception of things or people.
Okay.
This is enchantment because it not only deals 2d6 psychic damage, but they also subtract 1d4 from the next saving throw they make.
I rolled a 20 on the dice.
Okay, well, that's too good. So nothing happens.
Oh, I feel bad. Like things have been a phenomenal success, or just nothing.
Yeah.
It seems to glance at you for a second and just get angrier.
Thanks.
But you don't know if it's angry at you or who knows.
Doing what I can.
Yeah. Alabroth, your turn.
All right. I want a cantrip, spell, and special action.
Special action.
Yeah.
I don't get special
Okay.
actions.
What are you trying to
Do you
do?
have special?
The one that's ragged, I would like to let's. You'll let me know if I can do this.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the one that's ragged, I'm gonna go ahead and do Sacred Flame again.
Okay.
Oh wait, no.
It's a cantrip.
No. The one that looks healthiest.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
don't know if that hits. I don't think it does.
What do I have?
I have a +6 to hit. Do I have a +6?
Yeah, I'm done with this. Guiding bolt, fourth level.
Oh,
Ooh,
You're
which
right.
one? The one that's
The
on
one that's
Rana.
Yeah, but
healthiest.
plus-
Guiding bolt,
No, I
fourth
have a
level.
+9.
Still,
Yeah.
she
Well,
said 18. She said.
yeah. It's
Hey,
my
does
one.
a 24 hit?
Yes.
Oh.
I'm about to roll a lot of dice.
Aw,
I
yeah.
need
What kind of dash?
D6s. I got 7. I got 7 just in case. Imagine if this had been double. Ooh, shit. Shit.
Ooh, I'm sealed.
18, 28, 33, 35 points of radiant damage.
It screams as it disintegrates into the ether. It just kind of starts at the bottom and builds up. It's just like,
Okay.
yeah.
That was my
Octavia.
action.
Octavia would enjoy this, but Cass is like,
Okay.
they got on
bonus
fire.
action.
That's so cool.
Bonus action. My last channel divinity on Brana.
Okay.
30 points, please.
Did you say please?
Yeah.
30 points, please.
Okay. That's dope.
I feel like it should be more by now, but I could be
No,
wrong.
it should not.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
spell bonus action. Yeah.
Okay. Number 7, for some crazy ass reason, is going to take a swing at you. I'm rolling all different dice, by the way. It's a nat 20.
On who?
On you.
No, I don't want it. Okay.
I mean, it's not crazy high damage on these guys.
All right.
But that is 18 points of slashing damage.
Because I got blessed healer, I get 2 points actually for healing Brana. So, and how many points am I taking in?
18.
18. Okay.
But that's its turn, and everyone around it is dead. So I guess Ronnie, that's back to you.
All right. The
There's
one
one
that's
left.
still up.
He still looks like a Looney Tunes character, just burned to a crisp.
That's 12 plus 9.
Does it?
21.
Okay, first one is 21.
Yep. Does
Nine.
it do more than 2 points of damage?
Yes, it does.
Okay. How do you take out this last one? Where does your arrow go? What does it look like?
Brana's looking at it. Is it looking at Brana?
Yes.
Okay, Brana, you see the arrow go through one eye, and you see the other eye turn whatever the color of its blood is, and it just falls backwards in a crumple.
You see a blue, like, kind of take over it, and you see it kind of start to oxidize a lot like human blood, but it starts out this blue, and as it turns red, it turns black. And just starts kind of full angel, like, bleeding out of the eyes, and just slowly, like, collapses into a pile of ash, just slowly screaming, making the ugliest sound you've ever heard.
I'm gonna look over at Ronnie and just.
It just drops in Ronnie's behind, like,
Yeah.
bow drawn.
It's
and
very cinematic. Yeah.
yeah, guys have, I guess you've solved my little siren puzzle, and we are going to take a break. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Woo!
Good
That was
job,
dope.
guys.
Alright, Cass, do I just push the string up?
Transition and then bring that mic thing all the way down.
Man, you guys fucking wrecked this.
Did I one-shot one with
Absolute.
guiding bolt?
If you get to a point where you're good on the power
Alright.
bank, I could
Okay.
use
Hey! We are the champions,
That
my
song
friends.
has been ruined.
Oh.
Trump.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
the. Did he use
Yeah, he
yes.
did, and then
But
that
it was
sucks.
when he lost. They sang it. They're like, oh, that was
Rumble.
anyway.
Okay, so you guys exit combat. It is dark. Your
Rumble in the
horses
jungle?
are not with you. You're near a cabin What do you do?
Is everyone okay?
I'm alright.
For a measure of okay.
I'm running a little low on magic, but I've got some healing if anyone needs it.
I'll ask the king what he thinks about that.
No, I'm full. I'm feeling strong.
Were you not wounded?
I was. He took care of me in battle.
Of course, Your Majesty.
I've sustained some wounds. If no one else is wounded, I guess I could use some healing. Well, you might want to save in case someone goes down.
Would
If there's...
anyone object to... We've been through a rough battle. We should rest.
Should we get back to the horses then?
We should bring the horses closer, but we definitely should rest.
I definitely don't want to stay here.
We've got a
Like-
cabin.
Do you want
You
to
guys
stay in a
look
cursed
up
cabin?
At this like
Is it cursed?
cabin. You don't even see a door swinging, but you hear like squeaky hinges and there's
I'm
no
not
light
staying.
coming from
Perfectly fine.
inside.
I will not stay in there.
So
I refuse.
This little
No.
bench swings. It's just
How
hitting.
It
big
is
is the
getting
cabin?
very cold, though. Some shelter would be
The
nice.
temperature is rapidly dropping, and you know that like outside of the trees, it would be even a little bit colder.
How
with
big is the
breeze.
cabin?
It's got probably like a couple of rooms, maybe.
Oh, okay. I'd like to investigate the cabin.
Okay, so by yourself.
I'll go with, and if... Do you have a light source?
Actually, I cast light on my shield.
Okay.
Okay.
Octavia, would you join me with your light spell?
I don't.
You have light.
I have message.
I have light, but I can cast it if she needs it.
Could we get crazy? Could I just hold Firebolt in my hand and instead of actually throwing it at something, just use that as a light source? As it's a
no,
cantrip?
because
Azra?
continual flame does that.
So I'm gonna go. I want to see what's inside this cabin.
It sheds bright light and then dim light. Like you could see, you're not going to be at disadvantage. You go in to the cabin, and it is.
Having
before
just seen
you
Smile, I'm like,
get there. Oof,
That means
the
nothing to us.
smell hits you. It smells like decay and rot, and you walk in the cabin and you see. Make a No, you don't. No. You see two things. You see a mom, dad, and a child, like a crib.
Ooh.
And they have been dead for a long time. It's humans. They were in bed, and the kid is in a crib nearby. And not going to go into a lot of detail. They've been dead a long time. You can see the slash marks from the sirens killed them in a big camping out.
slowly back out, and I'm gonna drop to one knee and just say, Muhammad, please protect their souls as they pass.
That's the first thing that you see is those two things, so whatever. The second thing you see is like a big chest that looks like it's been underwater, is dripping with like, it's not dripping now, it's dried out scents. You see some dried up seaweed, you see
I'm gonna
about
bring it
this
outside.
big.
I want to get out of it, but I'll bring it outside, so I'll shoulder it and bring it out.
Okay. It's it's not hard to carry. It is locked.
But I will tell everyone, do not go in there. You're right. Also, we should probably burn that thing to the ground. I did find a chest, though.
Firebolt?
Absolutely not.
You said burn to the ground.
Is it locked, or can I open it, or I'm gonna?
It is locked.
Way out.
It is.
We're in the middle of a forest. I don't think we should burn the house down.
It's a ranger expertise.
You just hold up the Bible.
There's definite evil that has happened in that place.
I don't think we should stay in this forest. I do think we should stay near, like maybe at the edge of the forest, try to stay maybe just within the line of the trees for the amount of shelter, but I don't think we need to stay in here.
Seconded.
As far as
We
the
can come back and give them a more proper burial if you want to.
as far as the chest, Anyone able to pick a lock? Of course our friend does.
Of course, what does?
I said, of course our friend does.
Why do
Oh.
you know how to pick a lock?
Bro.
Don't
Why would you
worry.
need to have that information?
Don't worry about it. I was very clumsy as a child and always got myself locked out of my room.
Oh, before you do that,
Insight
Brana,
check.
before you go for that, I
Seems plausible to
cantrip
me.
guidance.
What does that do?
Add a D4 to any ability check.
Ronnie knows that you know thieves can't, so he's gonna assume that's a lie.
Right, I have not lockpicked in like a hot minute. I don't remember what I need to roll.
It's dexterity plus proficiency.
Oh, where's my proficiency? Oh, there it is.
Plus a D4.
Yep. Okay.
Too squeaky.
Well, that was a happy core noise if I've ever heard one.
24.
Ooh. So you take a second after the battle and you sit there and you take out your little tools and you get real close and you meddle with it and it doesn't even take but like 15 seconds and you're able to pop the lock and as it opens, make me a dex saving throw.
Hey.
Not as good. I don't have guidance.
Add a
anymore, do I?
D4. Yeah.
Okay.
Nope.
No.
Guidance
Okay.
is a one-time thing.
Concentration up to a minute.
Yeah.
Until
That's
they
how long-
use it.
Yeah.
That's a 9.
It's not going to make it. Okay.
Well,
Well, the good news is that I think you have resistance to necrotic.
I do. I don't know what that means though.
It means you take half damage from it, which is good.
That's a lot of dice.
You were
Instead
so
of
excited
reflex
to get
save,
to be a
right?
rogue that you forgot how to be a rogue.
Yeah. Yes.
No, you take half damage anyway.
Yeah. What was the number?
Evasion, right?
Oh wait, I have uncanny dodge. Does
Oh,
that
yeah.
work here? Or not uncanny dodge.
Evasion. Right?
Evasion.
Oh no.
Or you don't have that yet, maybe.
I don't have evasion. I do have uncanny dodge.
What is uncanny dodge?
When an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack.
Nope.
No. Okay. Yep.
But you have resistance necrotic, so you
Yeah, so.
take
what just happened?
21 points.
That's the half.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, I want you to know real quick. 42 was the amount of health I had.
That would have been full.
That would have been instant.
Necrotic damage as you open it, this two like big black like darts are triggered by the opening of it via string mechanic inside, and they hit you like center chest, and you get really scared for a minute, and then as like this black kind of leaks from them into you, and then you know that you are less susceptible to this kind of magic, but it still hurts
Yeah.
a lot. But inside, even as you're like reeling from that, you are able to see that the chest is filled with silver and gold in the amount of 600 gold pieces.
Before any of y'all touch that,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast detect poison and disease.
You quickly see that even though technically not poison, you see the necrotic effects on it, and you know that was the primary, whatever on it, protection.
What are the odds that they would have another enchanted trap?
Well,
I'm
they
going
could
to-
have something that's like cursed.
I'd like to hit Brana with Healing Word, 3rd level. Let's see.
Healing word.
I'm sorry, Cure Wounds. Wait,
you level 7?
wait, no.
Ooh.
No, it said I'll do Cure Wounds.
You know
It's
what?
not on my
I can
sheet.
also cast detect magic at will, so I'm gonna do that as well. Detect magic on that chest.
There's nothing else magical beyond the
Alright,
effects of the trap.
Cure Wounds at
So it's
3rd
just a
level,
box of
that's
money.
going to be 5, 20 points of healing.
Oh,
You
thank you.
have the feeling that this was something they brought maybe the chest with them and have been. It's a mix of different coins, different ages. You think they've been like luring people and taking their bodies and whatever they had.
We'll
on
divvy it up later.
I suppose
Let's
they
get the hell out of here.
Want the gold
Yeah.
because it's shiny? Because I don't know if banshees are paying for many
They're
goods and
sirens.
services. Sirens, yeah.
I
Of the two of them, banshees would be more likely to have to.
Yeah.
They can pay for
Ow.
all the makeup.
by the way, it's 120 each.
Okay.
I did math.
If the king doesn't want any,
Oh yeah, if the king doesn't want any,
the
it's
king doesn't want any.
Okay.
Al, visibly shaken, wants to get out of here.
yeah.
Well, the
Yeah.
king is like, you are more than welcome to keep any loot. I say we seek out fewer battles. It seems, in retrospect, that this was maybe not the best idea to come out here.
Nobody saw this
Yeah.
coming, though. We were trying to help somebody.
Your apology.
Really? Did no one see this coming?
Are you sure about that?
Everyone,
What are you
We
talking
should
about?
get out of the forest.
Okay.
though.
Okay.
I'm gonna
we'll take the money and run.
just like point it at you.
And you guys fall back into your silence as you walk back, or
Yeah, I think that's appropriate given.
it doesn't take you long to get to the horses. They seem a little like uncomfortable. Who knows what they heard? But
That's
like
going
they're
around.
fine.
I was like, come on, Dee Dee. And get
Dee
on the
Dee?
horse.
Where's
Yes.
Dee Dee?
Dee Dee's the horse. That's the name I gave
Away, flesh ripper.
DoorDash.
Away, horse.
All right, Speckles, it's okay. Speckles.
Oh.
It's got little freckles.
Nice Percy.
Looks like a speckled rock.
Yeah. So, are you riding or are you camping? What are you doing?
I want to get back out to the road and then get past the forest, and then we can look for a place to camp.
Yeah.
The forests have been fairly condensed. It doesn't take you but another like 20 minutes at a just reasonable pace to clear the forest, and you're back in the more like the grasslands. Again, visibility is good and pretty far. It is considerably colder.
I'd like to, once we're clear, let's go ahead and make camp.
Yeah.
Start a fire.
Okay,
I will
roll
start a
a
fire.
perception check.
All of
Who?
us.
Everybody?
Whoever's up front.
Oh,
I would be up front.
Yeah, that's your thing.
19.
Okay, you find a space that's a little ways back from the road without a lot of trouble. It's just like sunken in just a little to where you couldn't see it from the road. If people get off the road, they would be able to. Not worried about it. Make fire. You have provisions. Yeah.
Yeah, we were given a lot of stuff, so.
Yeah. So, yeah. no
Watch
problem.
rotations,
I'd like to have a watch with you, if that's all right.
perfectly fine.
When do y'all want to do watch? I need to do it whenever I can see.
Well, you'll have last watch then.
Okay.
I will take first. I need to change up my spells for travel anyway. I forgot to do that before I left.
Mid-watch.
Mid-watch.
Do you have dark vision?
Nope.
Does the king have dark vision?
Dwarves have dark vision?
No idea.
I think
Never
dwarves
played one.
might. I know gnomes for sure. Because I played gnome in another
I
campaign.
think dwarves
Wait, does Octavia have
don't.
dark vision?
Dwarves, they
Okay.
live in the mountains. Why wouldn't they have dark
Pretty
vision?
sure they do.
I
was
think
gonna say,
there's
so you
a
two are on
class
watch,
of them that
You
can
on watch with
have
me?
it. But
Oh, maybe like stone dwarves or something.
Yeah.
And then hill dwarves might not.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Dwarves. They.
Brana has questions.
Well, is anyone here a dwarf?
No, but our
No.
king
The
is.
king is a dwarf.
King is a dwarf. I thought King was disguised as dwarf.
No, he was
No.
disguised.
he
King
is
is
disguised
disguised
as a
as
dwarf.
dwarf.
He's a slightly
King is
different
also
dwarf.
dwarf.
Oh, okay.
He's having fun with the mask.
Gotcha.
They do have dark
I'm the
vision.
dude
No, I-
playing
okay, cool.
the dude disguised as another dude.
Okay. So the king, who kind of like waits he waits to volunteer. He's taken a watch every single time, but he kind of has the tendency to do it whenever he feels like doing it.
He's king, so.
Depending on if he wants to talk to somebody or whatever. So he waits and make a perception check.
That was a 2.
So
It's like 9, I think.
you don't notice the awkward pause still in your own thoughts, and he's like, I guess I will stay up with you to Azra. We will keep watch together.
Very well.
Yes. So, make a perception check with disadvantage. Well, you'll cancel it out, make it even, because he'll help you.
Do we not have a fire going?
We do
Because
have
it's
a
cold?
fire
You can
going.
see 20 feet.
Yeah. So if anything gets
where
within
you're
20
looking.
feet,
Unless
there
you're
will be-
watching the fire,
there
you're
will
probably
be no roll required when something's that close.
Fair enough. Alright, so disadvantage, right?
Yeah, but he's gonna. Well, he's gonna give you the help, so just make it even.
Nat 20.
Hey.
For a total of, I think, just 22?
Enhanced.
22.
You are comfortable in other people's silence and nobody's really talking much. You find yourself distracted by Octavia just spread out like a corpse on the ground, but
That's canonically how she meditates. Is like this.
Like a vampire.
like creepy lady
It's
of the lake
also,
vibes.
incidentally, and I don't know why I know that, but it's how nuns used to make like kids at Catholic school sleep. It's like this.
She also has her eyes open.
Also,
Oh.
But
they're
yeah,
very clearly like they can't see anything.
you're very distracted by that,
That
but
makes
like
me more comfortable. That their eyes are open, but they can't see anything. I'm cool. That's better.
sure, that's
Yeah.
great.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's great.
She's just a very,
weird.
she's just a laid back gal. Everyone gets along with her.
I don't know. Azra tries to say like any conversation. The king doesn't really like. It doesn't feel unfriendly. but-
Yeah. No, Azra has her attention split with keeping watch, but then also rearranging spells for the morning.
There's a couple times he's like, "Is there?" But it's nothing, and nothing
No,
really
so-
happens. Could you wake up?
Who said next?
We got it. So,
Okay, then yeah, I'll go. I'll wake Frana up, and then I'll nod for King to wake up Alabroth.
The king wakes you up with like drips of water on your forehead. He's just like on board sometimes. So really, nobody ever calls him on his bullshit. So like, just like he wakes you up and kind of like smiles at you and he goes, "It's I'm going to bed."
I do the distended jaw yawn thing.
He takes a step back, just like that's a lot of teeth. And then he takes his bedroll and goes and
My,
lays down
what
by the fire.
an amount of teeth.
Yeah. My, what protecting teeth you have.
Alright, Brana is gonna sit next to you and be like, "Can I ask you a question?"
Of course, my friend. What question do you have?
How do you talk to God?
He hears me.
Whoa.
But how do you talk to him? How do you talk to your God?
I understand what you're asking, and I like to believe when I say something to him and address him, he will hear me. It is my faith that allows me or lets me believe that he will hear me.
But
There
what-
are times that, yes, I question if he does hear me. But I think deep down he does. And if he needs to help me or guide me, he will.
But what if you don't believe in God and he's talking to you and you don't know what is talking to you? How do you communicate and get an answer?
My friend, I believe if there is truly something that you need to hear, you will. Perhaps you don't feel as though you're listening. But if you need to hear something, and a deity needs you to hear it, you will. If you're not being told anything, then you're doing okay.
It's a problem. I'm being told things all the time. The voices just don't stop, but they never answer any questions. They're very scattered.
It could be something like learning a language. You don't catch all the words at first, but upon hearing it more and more, eventually you will. Maybe this is a game of patience. But of course, when someone is speaking to you, make sure you're listening.
At this point, I don't think I have a choice.
I believe in time, when it is your time to understand, you will. You just have to keep listening and keep hoping and keep believing. I can understand doubt. I too questioned if Bahamut heard my cries, but honestly, I do believe he hears me.
I just wish I knew who was trying to talk to me.
If there's ever anything I can help you with on that, I am here for you.
Thank you.
Also, good job laying waste to that siren back there.
I didn't know I could do that.
It was amazing. Do you think Octavia has gotten a bit better in her perception of me after that? I noticed I did not go berserk
I'm
during
not.
the fight.
I'm not sure what caused that. To be honest.
I think I am understanding. And I just kind of tapped that mace.
I don't know. We were in a very weird forest.
In my mind, I wanted to grab it, and I wanted to, but I didn't. I avoided the lull of it and just kept attacking with my own abilities.
I think Octavia needs a little more time to understand.
That is understandable.
She's never experienced the same things that we have with mind control. She doesn't quite understand.
I thought you seem to have taken it well. Right. Of course.
Just the voices.
Well, as you listen, should you ever need to speak to someone who is sure to listen to you, I'm always here for you, my friend.
Thank you. I deeply appreciate that.
I just kind of pat Braun on his shoulder, and then we go back to making sure we're keeping
Yeah.
off. Yeah.
Make a perception check.
Damn it.
Why?
That's going to be a 19.
I'm glad you've got eyes that are open, because I think I'm actually blind. Oh, actually, that's pretty good.
There was a
You said perception?
Mm-hmm.
15.
Your watch also passes without incident.
Alright, then I'll go wake up Ronnie. Part of the-
I wish not. Let me wake up Ronnie, and you can wake up the other one.
Did Octavia actually volunteer for the last one? Oh.
Ron is gonna walk over and he's going to contemplate like a funny way to wake her up and realize no, not the time, and just
I'll
like
just kinda-
kneel down and like
Ronnie.
put like the
Getting higher and higher. Ronnie. Ronnie!
Jesus. It doesn't take that long to wake him.
I guess feel like by now you should have fallen into some sort of routine where you're just comfortable waking each other up. But it's always an ordeal.
yeah. Well, like especially when Octavia.
I've known you my whole life, and it's an ordeal to wake you
Well,
up.
we don't have watches.
She doesn't have to wake you up every day.
Yeah, almost never.
And then I do my curl up and put the...
Bronna, make a perception check.
What?
Why?
Or insight.
I think they're both the same. You have to go back in jail now.
We already broke up our
Yeah.
watch relief.
11.
You still feel like ever since you came out of that Astrophis office, which is just an awkward phrase to try and say, that you just, the voice didn't like come all the way back. It's like at a duller volume, and at first it felt sheepish, and now you're just not sure what it is. And you don't notice anything beyond that. But it's
What-
like a silence is there. Kind of.
Yeah. When I go to bed, I'll just kind of like, in my head, like not out loud, just be like, I don't know what's happening. Don't like the silence. You can talk to me. And, just gonna throw this out there. If your god or goddess or whoever you answer to could maybe at least tell me who they are, this be pretty spiffy. Good night.
Spiffy is an amazing
You know,
word to use in this
spiffy.
context.
And you feel just a little bit of a.
Bless you.
Thank you.
It's kind of like the way that Octavia's responded to a lie, which is just like, you guys don't even want me here. Like a little bit of that energy.
No.
It comes back to you just a tiny bit, and you think you might have imagined it, and you push your black hair out of your face.
I hate this.
Yeah. And you go to sleep.
Forgot I had the mask on. Alright.
Alrighty. You get the distinct impression that Ronnie's giving you the cold shoulder.
Which is a new feeling.
Yeah.
You notice no breeze coming your way.
You know what? That's the greatest offense.
Octavia sits for like, these watches are like 3-4 hours long, right?
Yeah, they're like
She
4
sits
hours.
there for a good hour and a half without saying a word. Just like,
Unprecedented.
like, hello?
Are you looking at him?
Yeah. Hello?
Hi.
Hi?
Hi.
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 I'm sorry.
Just
This is so good.
Pros at communicating.
This is great.
And of course, Cass in real life would know exactly how to deal with this situation, but she's role playing very well right now.
Extremely rude. So how was your day?
Could have been better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sirens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sure would have been cool if someone had noticed that something was off and been listened to.
Did some... It was you.
Yeah.
But you also didn't.
You did.
Mm-hmm. And you were very rude about it.
I don't know what else to be I don't have anything anymore.
What do you mean?
I thought that I could count on my friends. It doesn't seem to be the case. It seems like if they can do whatever they want to me, and I just have to smile and accept it. And I don't understand how you're doing that. How you're saying, it's okay. It's okay. But that's not you. You didn't do that to me.
Mm.
You didn't do anything to me. Why am I like this?
I don't know. But there's a good place to start. And it's by saying I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry. Can't see that on cue.
There was a hug.
I'm so sorry. Growing up, I knew who I was, and I knew my place in the world, and I knew what the world looked like. And then I come here, and nothing's right.
Is it not right, or is it just different?
It's so different. I don't understand. Are we the bad guys?
Us? The strong guys?
No, where I'm from.
Oh, there.
We were supposed to be here to help, and the king didn't want our help. And I don't understand why.
I don't know enough about it to really say, but I don't think it's bad necessarily. I think it's a matter of perspective. Whether or not help from Vare is good or bad. And it really depends on how welcomed it is, how desired it is. And a lot of people don't want that help. So it can be good, but it can also be forceful.
So how do I move through a world that I don't understand? I don't understand how he can attack us and that be fine. I don't understand how we can help and it's not good. I don't understand.
You've never been charmed by magic, right? If you'd experienced it, I think you would know what I mean when I say that. Whenever there's a magical compulsion on you, you don't really get to question what it tells you. Like, it's possible to fight it off, but until the point where you've fought it off, you don't get any say. You're not even allowed to think something different. You've never experienced that, have you?
Not from magic. The
What
idea
ha-
that I'm not allowed to think something different is very familiar to me.
Okay. How?
I mean, kind of my...
Your education? Were you literally able to think something different, though?
I suppose I could have.
Because even if you're being taught to believe something, you can think critically about it and decide whether it's right or wrong, right? Whenever it's magic telling you, you don't get that choice. It's as though with your education, if they were just filling your brain with that information, whatever they're teaching you, and you accept it uncritically. Alabroth, I don't expect that you would remember this very clearly because of the circumstances. But what he was saying while he was attacking you was that you had killed you. He was mad that he thought you were someone else pretending to be Octavia. And he was horrified, hurt, and angry that he thought you were hurt. Now, that doesn't really make up for him hurting you, but I don't think that if he had had the option to see that you are Octavia, his friend, that he would have continued trying to.
Gonna have to apologize to him, aren't I?
Probably. One thing that might be worth it to try is to see if someone can do a charm on you without you resisting. Someone who you trust. One of, you know... I know right now we're a little low on people who are easy to trust.
Right now, it's just one.
Well, assuming that one is me quite boldly. I don't have the ability to do that. But if you experience that without trying to resist it, then it might work.
I think I was supposed to do that in school.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about your schooling.
It's almost like they were trying to teach you something. Almost.
It would be valuable to know what that feels like. If only to avoid it.
So our enemies can just come into our brains and mess around.
Sometimes. Isn't that what we were trying to do to the Ooglets?
Once again, are we the baddies? And then he starts to try and invade your mind.
No.
I had to resist saying values.
I felt it.
The Ooblix is, I think, a monster.
Mm-hmm.
It seems quite monstrous to me, but
Big goop.
if Azra can do that to that monster, she can do it to us. And she's not the only one who can do it. Other people can too, and they might try it on us.
And so what? We just kill each other.
No. You learn what it feels like. So that way you know when it happens to you. You know what you're experiencing. Even if there's not a lot you can do about it. But like I said, you can try to fight it. It just doesn't... you're not in control of anything you do until you've done it. You have to fight it off first. So, good to know what it feels like.
Okay. I really am sorry. It feels stupid and petty and awful now. It felt so important at the time. I don't know.
Yeah, it's okay.
Do I have to apologize to anyone else?
Maybe Brana?
Sorry.
Just because you've been a little sour for not a whole lot of good reasons. Well, a lot sour. I would say that your mood has been rancid.
Well, let's not go that far.
Maybe not from your perspective.
Maybe not.
Definitely from Alabroth's.
Well, I'll try not to be rancid in the future. If I am being rancid, maybe let me know. Okay. I thought this was going to be so much easier. Just going to go around, write things in my little notebook, and it's going to be fine.
Well, I mean, you do write things in your notebook.
I do write things in my notebook. Okay.
What do you write in your notebook?
I write people's names and information, and I'm not 100% sure. They told me to write things down. They didn't really tell me what to write, so I've just been...
Did they tell you why you were supposed to write things down?
Yes.
Yes.
What?
You're supposed to be, well, like, you don't know how well you've attached to it, but you know you're supposed to be collecting, like, stories of people's lives and their energy, because so much data was lost during the sanitatum, and that they're trying to build that archive back.
I would think that the reason why you're supposed to write things down would give you some kind of indication of what type of thing you should be writing.
Yeah.
Roll an inside check.
It's pretty good. 21. Hold on. Inside 21.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, that much about it.
You find your brain going a lot of different directions, I imagine.
Surprise.
For the first time, you're kind of magically compelled to do something earlier tonight, and it's not the same,
Yeah.
but it was a thing. You realize that you weren't in control of whether you stopped walking, and that's, again, not on the level,
Yeah.
but it is a different feel. And you find yourself thinking about that, and then you also find yourself thinking, like, am I getting the stuff I'm supposed to write in my notebook?
Yeah.
And thinking back, like, you were sent out not crazy early, but they didn't exactly know.
Yeah.
And then it was like maybe 6 weeks or so before they would have wanted to. They kind of rushed a bunch of people out the door.
Yeah.
And you think that 6 weeks might have been when they would normally go into more detail.
Lovely.
Because they didn't assign you to your different groups. That's why you had your friend group as long as you did, until they put you in little subsections. And that was closer to the end than you feel like it should be.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Write stuff down. And both of you roll a perception check.
I did already roll my perception.
That's fantastic.
And I got a nat 20 for a 24.
Whew. Something that is pretty new to both of you that you don't see a whole lot. You look as the earliest part of the light starts to dawn on the horizon. You look around, and for the first time, and you're like probably at all, Ronnie, and something you haven't experienced a ton of, it is snow. Oh, yeah, in the coldest part of the night. and it starts to snow. Ronnie, I'm sure, knows what snow is because of the mountains and stuff. So you've seen it once before, and you knew mountains pretty well. Just because it's coastal, where the bulk of your expertise is. You haven't seen a ton of snow outside of Blackrust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There wouldn't be any snow where Azra comes from, would there?
Texas snow, you're
Okay.
coastal as well, so you don't see a ton of it, but you've experienced it before.
Okay.
So you're like from Corpus Christi.
And
Don't say that.
Everything smells like fish.
No.
It
Stop.
could be Galveston.
I was down there for a while.
garbage, Galveston, and this, you are further south. You're very familiar with snow, and this is further south, but as if it were the northern hemisphere.
Yeah.
So you have experienced snow a decent amount.
Rana's gonna be very excited.
And yeah,
Ronnie
Alva's
is gonna look up into the clouds. Because for one, that's apparently where the snow comes from. But like, what's their shape and color and stuff like that?
they are the very flat clouds that snow sometimes comes from. You, not necessarily from that, but you think that the snow's going to be slow and steady, you know? It looks like there's not a lot of movement, and you're used to tracking the movement, but it's kind of strange. You feel the breeze start to have like a little bit of a downward draft as well, and you feel like your connection to your breeze has been all over the place recently. But just yesterday you didn't have it, and this feels like that familiar feeling of like there's communication here of some sort in some way, but it's just a little bit like roll an insight check on
Your breeze.
on the basically.
Another 20 for 21.
Nice.
Holy shit.
Yeah, this
You're-
one's happy.
You know that these aren't your mom's clouds.
Yeah.
Like whatever it is, her energy doesn't come from winter clouds.
Yeah, that's not the right kind.
Yeah, and it doesn't feel like hostile, but it's just like this isn't in that moment with an at 20, you know, like this isn't her specialty wherever she is. You felt her in other environments, maybe even stronger, like in thunderstorms, and just like she's not here. But yeah, nothing else happens other than that. It is not as of yet collecting, but in the final 25 minutes of your watch, it's snowing. You guys get up and head out.
Yes.
Yep, put the fire out, eat some food.
Cool. You get up and have breakfast. The king he looks around when he gets up and there's nobody around. He takes the mask off for a few minutes and he's like, I don't like it. I don't really like it. I don't know. And he's like, and I know I need it on the road.
You just need a breather.
It's not me, and like, me is, no offense to any of you, I'm grateful for your help, but in a lot of ways, me has been all I've had recently.
Yes.
And he eats with it off, and then wipes his beard off and like, kind of, and then he puts it back on. And appears again as the woman that he was before.
All right, let's get the show on the road.
How far to your town?
It's
2 more days.
2 more days.
I hate snow.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's cold.
Aye, it's beautiful.
I
Okay,
prefer-
okay. Here's the problem. When cold, when ice really makes contact with the warmth of a body, it tends to become water again and seep into my clothing and make me cold.
You're like sending your breeze out with the energy of keep that off of me. I'm tired of being wet.
Yeah.
You see,
You're right, it's a good point. I
and Al
can't
kind of
get
like
that one.
gets inside of his fur. Like, ugh.
I guess he doesn't have like a fur or anything to.
No, it's
Nor the boots.
nasty.
Or Go away.
Yeah, they're a bit tougher
Cat
than the
did
rest
first.
of
At least I do
just,
have
just
boots.
don't like the cold.
Understandable. There will be war. That's my house.
Oh, good.
Somebody roll me a D100.
Damn it.
I'll do
Oh,
it
I
this
put it
time.
away.
You guys take
I wanna
a
do-
long
Has a
rest.
D100.
Don't forget to roll your
Me.
importance.
Already did.
Oh,
69.
nice.
And I'm not like.
It's the best result, right? Yeah. I
It's
trust
the
you.
nicest.
It's a dragon.
So they've already rolled it.
A
Okay.
dragon that we're intended to
It's a sexy
seduce.
dragon. Sexy dragon.
Thank
You
you.
mean
I
Albert?
don't have a card.
No, but I'm here.
You're not a dragon.
My
No, but
portents
I'm-
were 3
she
and
was saying we don't
12.
have
I'm
bars,
sexy and I
you're-
know
I'm
it.
3 and
pro.
12.
Bards and rogues don't do the same thing.
I know. He can't seduce the dragons.
No.
So
Alabroth can seduce the dragon.
the morning goes without incident. As you guys take a break for lunch, you kind of just by the road, you see for a long way off, you see a lone person again, but this time there's a cart and a mule, and a man pulls up. You see him coming from a long way off. He's just walking beside the mule, and he looks around at all of you as he pulls up, and he gave you some distance, kind of slowed down at first, and then picked it back up. And as he gets near you, he goes, "Hello, my friends! What can I help you with today?" And he pulls like a little lever on the cart, and you see Fantastic Sam's potions and effects and potions, affections, and magical trinkets. And he pulls the lever, and like part of it like kind of crashes down into a wooden counter. And behind it, you see tons and tons of like all these potions. and-
Fantastic Sam?
That's me, and that's where we're gonna shut off.
No!
Amazing.
Damn you!
What was the name one more time? Fantastic, Sam's.
Sam's potions,
Affections.
affections, and magical trinkets.
Amazing.
You don't know if Fantastic Sam is the dude or the donkey. But yes, thank you everybody for joining us this
you.
week and watching them survive all the sirens, which I guess is great.
It was so cool.
As we always like to say around here, keep
Keep on nerding.
Oh, good.
Don't die right before we cut.
Do we have one for the outro? No?
Nope, sorry.
No, just kill it.
It rolled an encounter like that was so much the same setup as the last one. Where I was like, it was like convince the party to join you on a quest to save your friend.